Superintendent Alberto Carvalho and the district's headquarters in downtown L.A. The agency confirming the warrants were signed by a judge but are sealed, not revealing the reason for the raid. But a source tells the Associated Press this is part of an ongoing investigation.
Fox's Christian Goodwin, a third location also searched in Florida, where Carvalho previously served as head of the Miami-Dade County Public Schools. America is listening to Fox News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Plumbers, today will be a good day. You will be profitable. Your clients will be nice. No one will stand over you and tell you how to fix the thing they actually hired you to fix. You will also feel at peace after switching to Progressive, America's #1 commercial auto insurer. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 commercial auto insurer from the NAIC's 2024 National Premium Data.
Look out. Sorry. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis, sidekick, producer, sports raconteur extraordinaire, and mechanical mangler at your controls. It's Flounder, and it's Hump Day, and it's after the president's speech.
Oh, the day I was born.
I tell you what, oh man, we're going to hear a lot about it, and I know you have all day. Now, maybe you're just tuning into us because you've been doing stuff all day, and you'll hear a lot of the Trump speech from last night, and because I'll tell you what, it was perfect. I mean, the last thing I said, I hope to God that he will make sure he can shame them by saying things that'll make them sit on their hands and they won't get up, and he'll have the opportunity to shame them, and he did, and it was perfect. It was perfect. And, in fact, at the beginning, well, we'll talk about it. First of all, how you doing? It's Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Love to hear your reaction to the speech or anything else that's going on. We have a lot of stories in the news. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame stuff. There's just a million things going on here today. Pete Davis, in the house, the last 24 hours. Anything going on there? Or what do you think? What's going on?
A lovely evening, but,
Now, you didn't. I assume you did not watch the speech last night.
You assume correctly.
Aha. Now, I assume you have seen highlights of the speech.
I
we know
have
you've
indeed
studied the speech, stuff like that. And your overall reaction?
I thought he did a good job. But it's all theater. No matter who the president is, it's all theater. Half of them get up, half of them don't. And every State of the Union, it seems that more and more likely that Democrats not only hate Trump, but they hate America.
They hate us. It isn't they hate what the country's doing. They hate the people who live here. They hate us.
They hate us. That's why they're trying to replace us.
Yeah. Truly, if you think about, how could they possibly not have enough courage to do the right thing?
They couldn't cheer the hockey team. They couldn't even do that.
That's what I mean. It's almost like, I know that there must be some kernel of decency in one or two of those scumbags who inside are going, I should stand up. I should stand up. I can't believe they're making me sit down, because you know that they're under orders to not freaking move.
And they march, and their party tells them what to do.
And that's why they could win the off-year elections in the House. That's what we're scared about, because Republicans are freaking idiots, and we turn out, 25% at the polls, and that's why Democrats win. Anyway, I will get to it.
And they cheat.
Yeah, and they cheat. 320,000 votes unaccounted for, uncertified.
One county.
Yeah, all the mail-in votes were never creased in a mail envelope. Gee, that's funny.
If John Ossoff can win re-election, nobody knows where he came from, who he is, what he's done since he's been in there. If he skates through and wins again in re-election, why vote?
Yeah, I know. I heard the last night he wore a dress to honor the trannies in his community. It was an incredible story. Flounder, I assume you did not watch the State of the Union last night?
No, I did not, but I woke up and got all the highlights and the summaries of it. Yeah.
So. And Miss Veronica, your lovely bride, was she involved in any of this at all?
No.
She watched? No. Hey, by the way,
I thought Trump did a great job, but
what?
All they do is yell. Like, do you remember when Joe Wilson got called out and he had to apologize?
Yeah,
They didn't. None of them have to do that anymore. Now
Right,
everyone's allowed to yell and just.
Yeah. Well, especially that freaking Somali pleasure.
Ilhan Omar.
Yeah, the pleasure
Brother
pirate.
screwer.
Yeah. And tell the little people, Pete, what do you have to do to vote in Somalia?
Yeah, I just found out in Somalia you have to show a passport and another form of ID.
A birth certificate.
To register.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Somalia. Yeah. Anyway, by the way, Flounder, I forgot to ask you a question. This is a little embarrassing, but I think it's not too personal that you won't share it with us.
No,
I
shoot
hope.
away.
And if it is, I'll be serious. As you remember, the other day I was talking to your lovely bride because you had mentioned that the two of you had a little bit really known each other from just, not really personal stuff. But on your first date, you found out that she was ready to move to Greenville, South Carolina.
No, I didn't know that on the first date.
Okay, but it turned out that later on you found out.
No pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, she had told me later on that she had planned on moving to Greenville to open up an office there.
Right, but
And
after
we
she
went out on a few
with
dates,
you, then she decided
she
was
decided
gonna,
to stay.
Okay, so I talked to her about what was it about you that that made her decide to stay. We're just kind of having fun about the stuff. But I forgot to ask you the most important thing. When she decided, when you were out on that date, that she made the decision in her head, did you kiss her?
I walked her back to her car and gave her a nice kiss. Nothing.
Just a nice little thing.
A polite, romantic kiss. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Tongue? No tongue. I think that was the third day.
Anyway, so it was cute to talk to her. It was kind of fun, but I had it down and I never got to the question. I just said, "Well, did you kiss her?" And see.
Yes, I walked her back to her car like a gentleman. Opened the door, gave her a kiss.
See,
as you should.
That's how you seal a deal.
That's right.
You could learn.
Well, now again, I could tell you a story about how of a certain person I thought was from. Well, no, I don't want to.
No, don't do that.
Never mind. God.
It's all.
All right, let me ask you another thing. And by the way, we got all the. Well, all I got is memories. Okay, I mean that's it for me.
Memories like the corners.
I mean, seriously.
Misty waters.
In fact, pretty much every day now, I walk around the house and say, well, I wonder if they're going to find this when I'm gone, or they're going to have to pack that up and stuff.
Oh, I had to go on a search yesterday for, to make a living will, right?
Yeah.
Never had to do that before. So I was looking to do that. And after like 15 different websites, I realized they don't call it that anymore.
Oh, what's it called?
It's an advanced health directive now.
Oh, my God. I have a living will. That's what I have. It's a living
I had to finally go, what the hell do you call it?
I used to represent the living will people. What was it, lawsuit.com or lawyer.com or what the hell was it?
And the form is like 16 pages long.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that when I did it. It was nothing to it.
Pull the plug. Yes or no?
Yeah. Right, and who gets your stuff? I mean, whatever. Anyway, have an executor.
No, I don't think the living will gives out your stuff. That's an actual will.
Okay, I don't remember what I got. I mean, but I have that of who's in charge of the executor, and they'll take care of all this. And where my anyway, whatever. All right, Kipper, Pete, and Flounder. No, it's what the heck? I'll tell you this. I watched part of it last night. I didn't stay up. I just I couldn't do it. But I watched for a while last night, and then I taped it, and I watched the rest of it early this morning. And I'll tell you what, I was moved, emotionally choked up more than once. And it wasn't so much as the hockey team coming in and the freaking Democrats sat on. I mean, couldn't even salute the hockey team. But it was the Medal of Honor ceremonies and the kid that was the National Guardsman shot and he got a Purple Heart. I mean the ceremony was just unbelievable to me. It just like a 100-year-old hero,
Korean,
whose mission was secret for 50 years. I mean, it's unbelievable, these guys.
Think about it. The Democrats are punishing the hockey team for taking a call from the President of the United States after they won the gold medal and saying they would proudly go to the White House. Yeah. They're being punished by the Democrats for doing that.
And we'll have a story about this thing from USA Today. Seriously, she's just a monster. A hate-filled monster who's complaining about the hockey team being a hockey team.
Yeah, she called him. She did Keith Olbermann. She basically called him names, and she's a heifer.
And again, not only that, she's complaining that Kash Patel had the nerve to, like a drink of beer, and it was with a man calling the president. He's the biggest cop, and he's the head cop. My God.
And she complained, while a man was entering Mar-a-Lago with a shotgun, as if she cares that President Trump is being threatened. Yeah. She doesn't care.
Not only that, it was her fault and her Democrats' fault for sending that guy there in the first place. It's the Democrats. Well, you don't think he was a Trump supporter? He was there to complain because the Democrats, he was helping the Democrats open the Epstein files. Yeah. I mean, what a psychopath. But again, it's because of the Democrats demanding something, and he fulfilled
their
wish.
And the media saying that they're not showing all the Epstein files when Biden showed zero.
Yeah, and putting that before him when they had all the control, nobody did squat. Donald Trump did it all, and somehow he's a bad guy.
It was happening under Obama.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Under their nose.
Yeah.
Real quick, we got Adam in Sandy Springs.
The Sandy Springs Adams. Hello, Adam. How you doing, man?
People.
What's up? What do you think?
Good people.
Hey, guys. Good afternoon. Semper Fi. Yeah, so last night, Trump set a perfect trap for them.
Yeah.
Regarding when he asked them to stand up in favor of American citizens over illegal aliens.
Yeah, you're going to hear it in a few minutes. Yeah, absolutely. What did you think? I mean, were you? I was moved. I really was moved, and I know they didn't call it a stunt, call it anything you want, but the fact of the matter is, it's true. How is it possible, Adam, that members of Congress will not stand up to salute America and trying to keep our citizens safe?
Well, it shows that they put their party over the country, and something like that, and even them, not all of them standing up for the hockey team. That's something that should be nonpartisan. Yeah. But they blew that opportunity too.
I know. I mean, it was just, and Donald Trump did the right thing, and I was thrilled anyway. Adam, thanks, man. I appreciate it. 3:30. By the way, we're going to play a bunch of those sound bites. Well, we'll come back. We'll play a couple of them right off the bat. And in fact, we have so much stuff on the State of the Union. We'll break it up on our coverage. We'll do a little bit, little back. We got more Epstein stuff. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things going on here. And you'll get it all. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We'll do some of that coming up here in a minute, too. All right, Kim, Pete, and Flounder. Look out. Hump Day. Look out. Here we go.
Start your day with Tug and Los on the Morning Extra from 6 to 10. Then it's Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck at noon, and the Kimmer Show on your ride home from 3 to 6. And hang out every night for Jesse Kelly at 6 and Jimmy Fela at 9. And stream it all live in crystal clear HD on the Extra 106.3 app.
You've worked hard to save, and many even have a financial advisor. But is your portfolio as efficient as it can be? I'm here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement, where our listeners can get a second opinion on their retirement savings. So, Evan, tell folks the biggest benefits of getting that second look.
Well, it's clarity. It's confidence. And I had a client come in the other day, and she thought, and she is, exceptionally conservative financially. And that's the way she had told her financial advisor to investors. She thought she was paying very little in fees. We came into the full review of her portfolio. She was taking a great deal of risk, so much so that she, in a good market, was down like 15, 20%. But then the thing that really put her over the top, the thing that she had no idea is she was paying about 4.5% a year in fees. It was an outrageous kick in the teeth to her. But the good news is there are ways to fix that problem pretty quickly and get you in line with what you actually thought you had.
Second opinions obviously are important, Evan, and as is reviewing what you have in place, right? You don't want to set it and forget it. You don't want to put a retirement plan together and just think, okay, now I'm good for the future, right?
Well, the way I view retirement and retirement plans is they're living, breathing things. Because the one thing I can promise you, I can promise me, and I can promise every single person that walks in our office is life will throw you curveballs. Things will change, and we've got to adapt with them. So if we aren't having annual reviews, and as you get closer to retirement even more so, we have to adapt and build from there.
If you'd like a second opinion when it comes to your savings and investments, call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary second opinion today. That number is 678-736-7799. That's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Ain't nothing beats the cozy comfort of a warm fireplace on a cool Georgia night. Tug here for Chimney Solutions. But before you light that fire, make sure the chimney's clean, safe, and ready with my friends at Chimney Solutions. Atlanta's trusted chimney experts for over 25 years. Did Did you know that a dirty and damaged chimney could lead to dangerous carbon monoxide leaks or even chimney fires? Don't take that chance. Chimney Solutions certified technicians use state-of-the-art equipment to ensure your home and family are protected. They also specialize in gas log conversion, fireplace remodeling, and energy-efficient chimney caps that keep pests and rain out and heat in. From cozy cottages to luxurious homes, thousands of Atlantans trust Chimney Solutions to keep the heart of their home burning bright. Visit chimneysolutions.com to read actual customer testimonials. Chimneysolutions.com. Chimney Solutions, keeping Georgia homes safe, warm, and beautiful for over 25 years.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, no, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out. It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. And see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
The Georgia Swarm are on a hot streak. 5 straight wins. Come out and see the world-class professional lacrosse on Native Heritage Night. Saturday, February 28th at Gas South Arena, presented by Harris Cherokee Casino and EBCI. Experience the culture, the tradition, and the pride behind the sport that started it all. Right here with your Georgia Swarm, the South's home to professional lacrosse. Get your tickets today for Saturday's game, February 28th, 7:30 p.m., georgiaswarm.com.
Here we go now. Madonna. 2015, Madonna said she suffered severe whiplash as a result of a nightmare at the Brit Awards. She was 56, 2015. Madonna was yanked backwards off stage by her cape. It was supposed to fall from her shoulders, but it yanked her backwards and she fell down the stairs. Like that's never happened to her before. Oh, sorry. That was wrong. Well, Dennis Rodman, my God, I'm sure he threw her around, I'm going to say. That's what she wanted.
Threw her back out.
I know what she wanted him to do when he walked in the door. I remember she put that in her book. And Dennis Rodman was none too happy with it. Anyway, what? No,
I didn't read her book.
I didn't, but I remember talking to I'll tell you what it was afterwards.
Someone gave me that. I have the book, but the sex book.
No, yeah,
with the photos and everything.
I don't. Well, yeah,
I'm like, why would you won't think I would want that?
I don't know. Hold on, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder to the phones, taking priority. Roswell, Tim, you're on radio, man. Happy Hump Day. What's going on?
Hey, Kimmer, like you said, super great speech, but I just wanted to remind them.
Yeah.
Remember how stupid they got over Obama was a regular guy for inviting the police doing his job over to have a beer at the White House. Remember how they lauded that and how great that was?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Before Patel, he just trying to drink a beer with the boys, and they fuss.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And the whole thing with the Boston professor, too, it's all that stuff, it was just unbelievable.
Yep.
All right, man. I appreciate Roswell, Tim, 320, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Our birthday list includes Sean Astin. Sean Astin is 55. Is he the son of Peggy?
John Astin.
John Astin and
Patty Duke.
Patty Duke.
Yeah,
that's right. I'm surprised it doesn't mention that here on the thing. Anyway, Sean Astin is 55. He was Bob on Stranger Things, Samwise Gamgee in the Lord of the Rings.
Mr. Bilbo. Mr. Bilbo.
Mr. Bilbo. In the Lord of the Rings. Mikey in the Goonies, and Notre Dame's Rudy from Rudy.
He's an incredibly irritating actor. But he was good in Stranger Things. I'll give him that.
I never saw that, but I'll take your word for it. Sean Astin, 55 years old today.
Mr. Bilbo.
And we'll do a little TV history thing for you here today. On this day in 1972, the TV show called Love American Style airs us a Love American Style. Yeah, I remember that show. Airs a segment called Love and the Television Set. It was later retitled
Love and the Happy Days. That was what they put in syndication. That segment starred Ron Howard, Marion Ross, and Anson Williams. Happy Days was a spinoff of that segment starring Howard, Ross, and Williams. The story centers around their family becoming the first on the block to get a TV set. And it forced Richie to choose between his best friend or Arlene to come and watch the big fight. George Lucas saw the episode and cast Ron Howard as the lead the next year for his 1973 film American Graffiti. And that's how Ron Howard got his start, got the movie started, and then became one of the great directors. I'll tell you, Ron Howard's done some incredible movie and TV. I mean, it's really remarkable. From Little Opie, I come a long way from working with Andy Griffith and. Pretty cool story. I don't know anything about his politics or anything else.
You don't want to know.
No, I think I'm sure he's. In fact, I remember. I don't care. I just what his work is.
Him and Andy Griffith.
Yeah, kind of a shame. But again, half the freaking country. And now, again, I don't even want to know. I mean, seriously, I don't want my knowledge of this horrible stuff to affect what I think about stuff that I used to admire.
Right.
Really,
or enjoy.
I just don't need all that negative crap. On warm memories of little Ronnie skipping around with his freaking fishing pole. I mean,
it's the same thing with me of Springsteen. I mean, he changed the way I looked at music back in the 70s, but now
I've got his song, two of his songs on my Magic Music Stick. Dancing in the Dark is one of the great. Anyway, whatever. All right, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Okay, we're going to talk. I'll do a lot of Donald Trump stuff. Oh, you know what? All right, let me do this. I'll read this. Donald Trump posted this thing today, a little while ago, and I'll read this, kind of tease the fact. We'll play some Donald Trump sound bites here. And then we definitely want to talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees just came out. But
once again, very little rock and roll.
Yeah. So we'll get to that because we got a lot of things and a lot of Trump stuff, but I don't want to do it all, for the next 40 minutes in a row without anything changing. I brought a lot of those ink pens today, but I don't want you getting all high on me here from your snorting of the.
I'm doing the purple.
Purple's a double snorter. That leaves stains in here. That's why I brought in 2 cleaning solution things to clean the desk when I get done, because that purple would leave stains. Anyway, and the morning boys are very anal about the stains in the broadcast booth. Anyway, Donald Trump posted this shortly ago. When you watch low IQ Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib as they screamed uncontrollably last night at the very elegant State of the Union, such an important and beautiful event, they had the bulging, bloodshot eyes of crazy people, lunatics, capital letters, mentally deranged and sick, who frankly look like they should be institutionalized. When people can behave like that, and knowing that they are crooked and corrupt politicians, so bad for our country, we should send them back from where they came as fast as possible. They can only damage the United States of America. They can do nothing to help it. They should actually get on a boat with Trump deranged Robert De Niro, another sick and demented person with, I believe, an extremely low IQ, who has absolutely no idea what he is doing or saying, some of which is seriously criminal. When I watched him break down in tears last night, much like a child would do, I realized that he may be even sicker than crazy Rosie O'Donnell, who is right now in Ireland trying to figure out how to come back into our beautiful United States. The only difference between De Niro and Rosie is that she is probably somewhat smarter than him, which isn't saying much. The good news is that America's now bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before, and it's driving them absolutely crazy. President Donald J. Trump. Holy smokes. Talk about unloading on social media.
It's true.
I mean, that's pretty funny.
She comes to this country. We give her everything, shelter, and
Somalia.
Becomes a millionaire suspiciously.
Yeah.
And then yells at the president of the United States.
Wasn't her father the head of one of the tribes of murderous pirates of the desert?
They ran her and her family out because they were part of a corrupt regime.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Please.
And comes here and spreads it here.
And I know it's true. I believe it's true in my heart that she fake married her brother to fake permission to get here on false pretenses.
That's the rumor.
And therefore she should be kicked out of the country.
So why isn't anything done to her?
I don't know.
Oh, you might be called a racist.
I don't know.
They still haven't even done anything about the $9 billion in fraud in Minnesota.
I will bet you. I will bet you that there's someone. I'll bet you Scott Bessent has got some people working on the economy guy there. I'll bet you they got some. And Kash Patel, I'll guarantee anything. They're not letting.
How could anybody with any kind of, I don't know, morals still be governor when you allowed $9 billion of the people's money to be stolen on your watch?
Yeah. And we obviously knew about it. They were warned. Had been warned a long time ago. Hell, they already arrested 80. Didn't they already convicted like 80 or 90 people a couple of years ago?
It just shows the stupidity.
Those are just the pawns, though.
The people of Minnesota, though. The overeducated people of Minnesota, they're so stupid that they're not sitting there surrounding the state capitol demanding his resignation.
I know. It's unbelievable. Well, in fact, the Democrats in Minnesota, we'll get a story later on, are trying to now change state law to crack down on basically guns and ammo and everything else because they're complaining about a church shooting. Although, remember the church shooting in Minnesota over the summer, a couple of kids were killed and people were killed and shot and wounded. And so the Minnesota Democrats are trying to change state law to attack the guns of the issue. The reason there was a shooting was because it was a tranny.
Mm-hmm.
It was another tranny shooting. Another tranny mass murder shooting.
Narcissistic,
and so
mentally
they
ill.
want to outlaw guns. How about outlawing trannies?
Well,
okay, they're silly, of course. But again, I mean, the angle is that they want to get rid of the guns. If there were no guns, there'd be... Okay, you know what? You are absolutely correct. The only way to stop gun crime in any country anywhere in the world, including ours, is to take away all the guns. We are not going to live like that.
It's not going to happen.
They can't do it. So, and that means, yes, we are in danger. Anybody in this country is in danger of being shot by a lunatic. And the problem is, when you say it that way, it sounds horrible, but I have to support the right of not having to ban all the guns on the hope that nobody becomes crazy and starts shooting people for no good reason.
But the same liberals this week that are screaming for more gun control are the same ones a month ago screaming, get your guns, the government's coming for us.
Yep, and the training shooting clubs now to be armed.
They're mentally ill narcissists.
Yeah.
They need help.
Yeah. That's God. All right, 328. Okay, I will do. Let's play a Donald Trump bite here. This will be kind of fun. Flounder, let's play cut number 2. One of the most important things that happened last night. Then we're going to play cut number 4. Cut number 2. First of all, Donald Trump last night's State of the Union pretty much laid it out when he said, "We want to find out what you people stand for." Here's cut number 2. Flounder, Donald Trump last night putting it on the table. Number 2.
One of the great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans the chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe. So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Of course, Mark Kelly, the senator of Arizona, I think he shot a woman in the face, didn't he?
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah. I mean, that was, it was perfect. It was perfect. And again, that in their hearts they're going, "Oh, this is going to look bad. You're dirty, you're rotten." It's just, they had to be screaming inside, knowing exactly what this is going to look like. And if they don't show this on every Republican TV ad coming up for the elections, I mean, again, it's perfect.
They're not the party of you. They're the party of them, which worked in the last election.
Yeah.
They're not for you. They're for them.
That's right. Well, keep going. That's what worked. That one commercial did more than anything else in the campaign, I'll bet you, other than her saying, "Well, I wouldn't do anything different after Biden." But again, that one commercial, she's for they, them. He's for you.
Yeah.
Bingo. 3:30, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. We got so much more coming up here. Rock and roll, too. Stand by.
Fighting the communists with truth every day on the only conservative news and talk station in Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Ready to sell your home fast and for top dollar? Trust Design to Sell. Staging and interior design experts recognized as one of the top 10 staging companies in the nation. From stylish redesigns to full-service staging, Design to Sell creates spaces buyers fall in love with. Faster sales, better offers. That's the power of great design. Call 678-505-1433 or visit homedesign2sell.com and ask for the fan special.
You know, if you've listened to me on Extra for any length of time, you know one thing. I don't put my name on just about anything, but the Peach State Windows people again and again, because I know Jeff and the whole family, and this is a company that you can stick with. Jeff has served Georgia homeowners for more than 50 years. He understands our weather, our building codes, and what actually holds up in Georgia homes. That kind of experience matters, especially with the heat and storms around the corner. Right now, get 8 premium Energy Star double-hung replacement windows fully installed for $39.95. That's 8 windows for under $4,000 installed. You're not going to get that kind of value from those big national outfits, and you won't get Jeff's personal service that way either. How about this? 0% financing for 12 months. PeachStateWindows.com. Here's that number, 770-485-8011. Trusted, proven, priced right. Decades in Georgia, knowing what they're doing right the first time. 770-485-8011. PeachStateWindows.com.
Hi, it's Los, here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
We found a better way for customers to buy a car, an honest way, a very transparent way. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee. We even prove it to you by giving you a copy of the bill of sale at the end of the deal. The honest car guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or honestcarguy.com.
Matt, where does confidence actually come from?
Well, Brooke, most people think it's about faking it or achieving more. But real confidence starts with something simpler, self-awareness.
So how do you know if you're self-aware? And more importantly, how do you increase it?
That's where our image process comes in at howpeopleseeyou.com.
Is that the same process made famous by casting director Sam Christensen from MASH?
Yeah, and today it's helping corporate professionals show up with clarity and authenticity, because confidence starts when who you are matches how you're seen. Learn more at howpeopleseeyou.com and sign up for a free preview event. That's howpeopleseeyou.com.
Are you paying too much in taxes? Most people are, and they don't even realize it. Hi, I'm David Nicholas, president of Nicholas Wealth Management. Every year, hardworking individuals and business owners send more money to the IRS than they legally have to. I hate to see it. Not because they did anything wrong, but because the tax code is complex. It's always changing, and it's full of opportunities most people never hear about. So here's the real question. Could you be paying less in taxes? With the right strategy, many people can. Through smarter planning, overlooked deductions, and better retirement and income decisions, you can win in retirement. That's why we're offering a complimentary tax analysis. No cost, no obligation, just a clear look at where you may be overpaying and what you can do about it. Stop guessing, get answers. Call Nicholas Wealth Management, 678-990-8500, 678-990-8500, or visit nicholaswealth.com.
Nicholas Wealth Management is an independent financial services firm. This is for informational purposes only and is not specific investment advice.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Da-da-da-da.
Wah.
Here we go. 2015. It would have been George Harrison's 72nd birthday 11 years ago. So in 2015, that's what it says here. On what would have been George Harrison's 72nd birthday, and it was 2015, a new tree was planted in his memory in Griffith Park, Los Angeles, to replace one that was earlier killed by a beetle infestation, ironically. The beetles killed the beetle tree. Incredible. The new yew tree, Y-E-W tree, had been chosen to replace the original because beetles didn't like it that much. So there we go. The beetle. And let's see, our birthday list includes, Tia Leone. Tia Leone is 60 years old. She was Elizabeth McCord on Madam Secretary, real-life ex-wife of David Duchovny and married to Tim Daly. He was on that...
Wings.
Wings, of course. She was also not only Madam Secretary, Deep Impact, Bad Boys, and Tia Leone is 60 years old today. And don't go anywhere, we got something special coming up here for you. And on this day in history, I remember this, boy, we talked about this a lot on the radio. On this day in 1990, Terry Schiavo collapsed. You remember that name? Flounder, you're probably not old enough. Do you remember the name Terry? Is he in there? I can't tell if he's in there. Do you remember the name Terry Schiavo?
The name's familiar. I forget, where is she from?
This was 1990, so it's kind of before your time, really. Terry Schiavo collapsed on this day in 1990 in her home after suffering a cardiac arrest. It resulted in severe brain damage. And she led her family and her husband and her other relatives all had something to say about what to do with her. The lengthy legal battle would ensue over the right of her husband to remove her feeding tube. This was 1990. The problem was, and I remember Glenn Beck talked about this almost every day for months. He was really all over this case. I remember this very, 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 very clearly. And the problem was that Terry Schiavo could react to light. And every time somebody turned on a light, she'd turn her head toward the light, and they say, "She can see us. She's in there. She can see us." And she was like a goldfish. It was really horrible. She had no electronic brain things that would indicate that. But they said, "Yeah, she does. She reacts." So they fought back and forth, and eventually they allowed her husband. Well, now my phone just went dead. Hold on a second. They allowed her husband to take out the feeding tube eventually, and she died in 2005, which was 15 years later. And but the Terry Schiavo case, I remember, and they were trying to do the right thing, but nobody, please.
What was the right thing?
Yeah, the husband had the right, but as a husband, knowing that the doctor said she's not going to get any better, and she can't.
But does a piece of paper supersede blood?
Yeah, I know. Anyway, that was a horrible issue. All right, but now something fun and wacky and comical and whimsical. What do you think? Flounder, if you're ready, sir, you plunk your magic twanger as we begin the happiness here on Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder.
Meow.
Humpty seashore. Sorry. And now, another edition of Not the Kimmer's Rainy Day Really Bad Text Theater Playhouse, where we, by golly, endeavor to bring a teeny bit of sunshine into the otherwise miserable lives of you, the little people. Today's episode, number 7, calling number 7. A husband, feeling pretty proud of himself, comes home from shopping for his wife at Victoria's Secret lingerie store. It's their anniversary. He bursts through the front door and yells,
"Honey, I'm home, and I've got something for you."
The excited wife bustles into the room and replies,
"Oh, honey, what did you get me?"
The husband proudly hands her a red box with hearts on it, and she happily tears off the bow and ribbon and opens the box. She finds 12 pairs of black, sexy thongs. She holds them up and stares at them for a second before a confused look plays across her face.
"Dear, you got me all of the same color."
"Sure, You look great in black.
But, honey, people are going to think I don't change my thong.
A confused hubby looks at his wife and exclaims,
"What people?" And see.
What do you mean the other people are the
Who's
men?
gonna say it?
Hold on, what are you doing at work? I've gone for lunch. Oh, God, I think we've all been there when your wife finally spills the beans about, all the guys at work or something. Oh, man. Well, by golly. Yes, just another edition of Something Special for you, the little people, from us at Farm Radio 106.3. Well done, boys. Pete Davis.
Sorry to open up old wounds.
Well, no, there you go.
It's just a play.
Yes, it's just a play. I mean, we've all had the same experience when you
holding a mirror up to reality.
Start stressing for other men. You know that. Gee, honey, you didn't like those shoes that I bought you for me. Oh, sorry. Anyway, a couple things. Let's do. You want to do a little rock and roll here? A fame thing here?
Yeah, why not?
2026 rock and roll. We're going to do more Donald Trump stuff. If you missed it, believe me, we'll play a lot of sound bites. And I was incredibly impressed. I thought it was great in many, many ways, and touching, and maybe almost weep. It was wonderful. Okay, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Here are the nominees. Check this out. And again, this is the largest field ever of nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Here we go. The new ones. Sade.
No.
Sade. Sade. Phil Collins.
Yes.
Oasis. The
maybe.
Black Crowes.
Yes.
Well, but ever since they kicked me out of the band because they, hey, little girl, hey, little mama, come, I got the words wrong, and so I can't, Anyway, Black Crowes.
Marietta's Own.
I know it. Joy Division and New Order.
No.
Mariah Carey.
No.
Iron Maiden.
Yes.
Billy Idol.
Yes.
Those are the the short list headlined by these people. They have been on previous ballots. All those people have been nominated before.
You got to sneer when you say Billy Idol.
I know. Now, here are the first-time nominees for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. First-timers this year. In Excess.
Yes.
Jeff Buckley.
Who?
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. Flounder, who the hell's Jeff Buckley?
Jeff Buckley did a cover of the song Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen that went very famous, and he...
Hallelujah?
He did one cover?
Well, he had a bunch of albums, but the biggest song he's known for is him covering Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah.
Overrated song.
I've never heard of the guy.
He drowned in a river swimming.
Oh, my God. Anyway, Jeff Buckley nominated, first-timer nominated. These are first-time nominees now for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Lauryn Hill.
Who?
Yeah, I know. She was in the news for some racist thing she did because she hates white men or something.
She was in the Fugees.
Oh, yeah, Fugees.
Oh, there you go. Lauryn Hill. Yeah. Luther Vandross.
No.
Wu-Tang Clan.
No.
Melissa Etheridge.
Not really.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No.
New Edition.
No.
Shakira.
No.
And Pink.
No.
These are all first-time nominees, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's all rap, R&B, and pop.
Yeah.
Not rock and roll.
Not rock and roll.
I mean, again...
Now, In Excess, yes. The Black Crowes, Billy Idol, Oasis.
Phil Collins.
Yeah.
You got to put Phil Collins
in there. Yeah, Phil should be in there. Yeah.
Iron
it's really
Maiden,
sad to see
Billy
him.
Idol.
Yeah. Poor Phil's health.
And by the way, in last year, they inducted Cyndi Lauper, Outkast.
Yeah.
Again, Outkast, rock and roll. The White Stripes, Salt and Pepper, another rock and roll famous team, and Warren Zevon last year.
Yes.
This year, 17 nominees, the largest rock and roll field nominees ever. It's round 3 for Carey, Iron Maiden, Joy Division, New Order, and Oasis. Black Crowes, Idol, and Sade are on the ballot for the third time.
Iron Maiden should be in.
Yeah, and I mean, how many times do you get to? Is it like the Pro Football and Baseball Hall of Fame? You go on for,
forever,
at some
probably.
point, you're not going to get any more. I mean, at some point, you say, well, if either you're a rock and roll Hall of Famer or you're not. How could you get any better over the years if you're, you know what I mean?
I just go ahead and call it the Music Hall of Fame and get it over with.
That's right. Yeah. And
why?
With separate divisions of certain. Yeah, I know.
Sade, it's ridiculous to say Sade belongs in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She doesn't.
Yeah, that's silly. All right, it's already 3-4.
An amazing voice.
Yeah, but not rock and roll.
No.
Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? All right, it's hump day. We're humping. I got a hump for you. Here you go. Oh, look out.
Phrasing.
Sorry.
Need more than just headlines on your ride to work? It's the Morning Extra, live from 6 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, only on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade your home's comfort, this is it. Central Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to announce the 29th annual Winter White Sale, and it's our lowest pricing of 2026. For a limited time, everything is on sale. Heating and cooling systems and complete home performance solutions with rebates and discounts up to $2,300. Are you dealing with hot or cold spots in your home? Energy bills that just keep climbing? Or unhealthy indoor air affecting your family's comfort? Central has the solution. As your trusted carrier partner, they install industry-leading carrier systems backed by strong warranties and peace of mind that comes with proven performance and efficiency. With 79 years experience, Central Heating and Air Conditioning knows how to design comfort solutions that work not just today, but for years to come. This is your chance to save big during Central's 29th annual Winter White Sale, but it won't last long. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Shopping the new 2026 Toyota Camry? Well, here's the smartest way to do it. Get the Camry you want and get it from the dealership that protects your purchase. Marietta Toyota, every new Toyota comes with our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, valid for unlimited time and unlimited mileage for as long as you own your Toyota. And you can buy with confidence because Marietta Toyota is a BBB A+ rated business, and we're rated 4.6 stars on Google with over 11,000 reviews. Right now, we've got a strong Camry inventory arriving daily so you can choose the trim and color that you want while selection is at its best. Special APR is available on the new 2026 Camry, 4.99% APR for 72 months. Well-qualified buyers. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota since 1975. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
4.99% APR for 72 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers will qualify. Offer ends 3/2/26. Lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for details.
Hello.
Hey, is this Mike Fitzgerald?
No, I think you have the wrong number. Wish I could help you.
Well, you could if you were Mike Fitzgerald.
Who is Mike Fitzgerald?
Mike Fitzgerald is the only realtor I'll talk to because he can sell my house fast for a great price and even in this market.
Yeah, I'm definitely not Mike Fitzgerald.
Oh, I figured that out because Mike Fitzgerald would have sold my house already.
Need to sell your home? You need Mike Fitzgerald from the Harry Norman Realtors team. Exclusive Georgia members of Forbes Global Properties. Learn more at MikeFitzgeraldRealty.com. That's where you'll find Mike Fitzgerald.
I was live streaming makeup tips when my internet went down. My followers were furious. Like, both of them.
Someone damaged the gas line and our service was turned off for safety. Now my chili is ruined and I'm simmering.
As she was digging into my chocolate delight, someone dug through a water main. No water, no bath, no delight.
All because my neighbor didn't contact 811.
Be a good neighbor and contact 811 before digging.
Sponsored by Georgia 811.
The Georgia Swarm are on a hot streak. 5 straight wins. Come out and see the world-class professional lacrosse on Native Heritage Night. Saturday, February 28th at Gas South Arena, presented by Harris Cherokee Casino and EBCI. Experience the culture, the tradition, and the pride behind the sport that started it all. Right here with your Georgia Swarm, the South's home to professional lacrosse. Get your tickets today for Saturday's game, February 28th, 7:30 p.m., georgiaswarm.com.
But just these damn reels things. Pete just showed me a thing popped up on his phone about the Winter Olympics. The latest one now is a freaking horse on skis going down the giant ski slope and actually going in the air, and it looks perfect and it looks real. He nailed the landing, and it's a freaking horse on skis on a ski jump. And I'm telling you, it's real. Obviously, but I mean, these things, I don't trust anything on my phone anymore. Anything involving animals that someone a real thing is, I know, fake.
We are living in the Matrix now.
You can't get out of it. You can't. You get hooked, and I keep looking at them.
Everything is ones and zeros now.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. All right, hold on. Sorry, Steve, I didn't mean to interrupt you here. Stevie Wonder, look out. 2009, President Barack Hussein Puttitat, the divider-in-chief, America's worst president, most hate-filled American president ever hated his country, honored his hero of music, Stevie Wonder, with the highest award for pop music, the Library of Congress's Gershwin Prize, a White House ceremony in 2009. The president said the Motown legend had been the soundtrack to his youth, and he doubted that his wife would have married him if he hadn't been a fan. Oh, please. Wonder Song Signed, Sealed, and Delivered, which I believe you're listening to here, had been the theme song during Obama's presidential campaign. Yeah, changed, silenced, eaten, delivered. God. Let's not forget that Obama deported, 5 million, 6 million people, and Clinton deported, 9 million or 11 million or something like that? Yeah. Uh-huh. I didn't see anybody burning down the city because they were deporting millions of people who came here illegally.
Putting kids in cages.
Good. Yeah. Remember that? Again, some historian is going to have a monster book to detail in print all of the things that last two Democrat administrations did to this country. Anyway, coming up. All right, Cameron, Pete, and Flounder. Here we go. Birthdays. I had a couple picked out here. Well, I just changed them around. I changed my mind. How about this? How about Alexis Denisof? I don't know the name, but you might. Alexis Denisof is 60. He was Wesley somebody on Buffy and Angel, married to Allison Hannigan from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Allison Hannigan and also How I Met Your Mother. Been married to Allison since 2003. Marvel fans might also know Alexis Denisof as the guy who gives Loki his alien army in the Avengers, and he gets his neck snapped in Guardians of the Galaxy. Alexis Denisof, 60. Sorry, that was kind of a long thing there. I don't know the guy. Never saw any of those things there. I remember Allison Hannigan from the
How I Met Your Mama.
How I Met Your Mama, whatever it was. In this day in history, 2004, Mel Gibson was not as polarizing in 2004 as he is lately. His controversial film, The Passion of the Christ, premiered across the country on this day, starring Jim Caviezel as Jesus, the last 12 hours of his life on earth. The film's story taken from the four Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, as well as devotional writings by Anne Catherine. Gibson had the film's dialogue set entirely in Aramaic and Latin, with subtitles on the screen. It was rated R for violence. Some felt was unnecessary. Some felt. It became the highest grossing R. Oh, I didn't know this. Passion of the Christ was the highest grossing R-rated film in America and the highest grossing non-English language film of all time. A year later, the film was re-released as The Passion Recut, which cut out 5 minutes of the harshest violence. Mel Gibson started working on the sequel, The Resurrection of the Christ, back in 2016. Jim Caviezel was expected to reprise the role, but they would be used to, but CGI would be used to de-age Jim Caviezel, as Jesus will now be played by Jacko Otonen, whatever that is, due to the expense of special effects. Yeah. The movie cut in two parts. Part one expected to open in March of 2027 on Good Friday, and then part two opening on Ascension Day in May next year.
You know, Caviezel was struck by lightning while he was portraying Jesus.
No kidding. Oh my gosh. Oh, whew. I almost got it. I got hit on a golf course one time hiding. No, it's true. Well, Jim and I go back a long way. So
a friend of mine pointed out that yesterday's Gainesville story had nothing to do with Gainesville.
No, it was Greenville. It was Greenville. I got arrested I went to jail to support my buddy.
You weren't anywhere near Greenville.
I went to Greenville. And
you were 70 miles away.
That's where we got drunk and were driving and got caught from Greenville, and that's why I had added a little something extra to the story. It's like salt and pepper on a plain
You once
pizza.
ate sushi. I brought up Hiroshima, and you told me how you ate sushi once.
I hate sushi. I would not eat. I had to go eat with a girl once to make her happy and let me do things to her. Anyway.
That seems apropos.
That's pretty much every date. Take her out to dinner and she'll let you do things to her. I don't know.
If you knew sushi, like I knew sushi.
Because my memory's kind of failing.
They have, like tempura vegetable, like the potato things, are delicious. You don't have to eat fish.
Well,
they got lobster.
It's just wrong. It's wrong. I'm sorry. It's just wrong.
Lobster.
There's only lobster. A lobster tail is fine if it's broiled and really cooked properly. If it's not too rubbery and stringy, and But if you have some lobster, it's just unedible. It's just just stringy and chewy and
bottom feeder.
Not done right. Yeah, I know. Anyway, guys, 3:56. So let's play another soundbite here, Flounder. Let's play just for fun. Donald Trump last night. We're just going to take these out of order. Let's do let's do cut number one, Flounder. Donald Trump talking about voter IDs. Who could be against this? Donald Trump, cut number one from last night's State of the Union address on the cheaters in the Democrat Party. Right here.
Why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason. They make up all excuses. They say it's racist. They come up with things. You almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat. They have cheated. And their policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And we're going to stop it. We have to stop it, John.
You know, I don't know whether you noticed, and again, I didn't see it all last night, so I replayed it early this morning. But if Rashida Tlaib, I mean, this woman looks like a freaking terrorist to me. I swear to God, I guarantee she knows how to wire a freaking detonator. I mean, I wouldn't trust her. I guarantee she's a killer. I'll bet you she's. I'll bet you she's murdered. Like half a dozen people just for reasons she thought were reasonable.
Allegedly,
I'm just guessing myself.
She did have an F-ICE.
She had a pin that used the F-bomb in the House of Congress.
Yeah.
On television for the world.
Where was
the world?
I thought you had to have a decorum in that house.
Please. And that stupid Al Green, that freaking caveman troll who lives under a bridge. I mean, he looks like a monster.
Billy Gruff.
That hairy freaking unclean, oh God, he looks like a snot bucket. And he had this big sign, and I think they had to throw him out again last night. Good God. And these freaking people just have no standards.
It's a farce.
Seriously.
That's why I don't watch it.
Sitting on her hand. All right, Flounder, let's show Flounder's funny. What do you think? What a little Flounder.
It's also a new gay flag. Basically, it has like 6 additional colors that represent the transgender and non-binary community. And the thing is, they had gay pride outside my house, and I was watching it. Everybody had like the new gay flag. They're waving it around, which was dope. And then I saw some people with the old gay flag. Is that like the gay Confederacy? I just want to make sure. It's like, I don't want to with dated views.
The new
gay. Like, if I see the regular gay flag, I'm just assuming they're like, things were great until they came along. That's scary, dude. What if there's like a gay civil war? Which would end up being a dance party. But.
Dance party? Okie dokie. Anyway,
Mr. Paul Eli, right
there. There you go. Funny guys. 3:59. Kevin, Pete, and Flounder on Hump Day. We're going to play more Donald Trump coming up. A news update coming up or two. Also, a whole bunch of other things in the news. And if I had them in front of me, I could tell you what they were. No, I got a billion things here. Also, wait to hear what's going on with students at George Washington University who were asked to give their opinion about Donald Trump's State of the Union speech. Also, more feed. Did you hear that snotty North Koreans honoring CNN analyst using the phrase so-called angel moms?
So-called.
The so-called angel moms of Donald Trump. Coming up, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder at 4 o'clock. Oh, there we go. Look out.
The Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
A strategy session for the midterms. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. House Democrats are meeting away from the Capitol after the president's State of the Union address.
President Trump's address did nothing, House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries says, to make a case to the American people.
He's falling apart. His poll numbers are an extinction-level event.
Speaking at a Democratic retreat in Virginia, caucus chairman Pete Aguilar says if Democrats win back control, investigations into the Trump administration are likely.
But let's just say
with the Trump administration. When it comes to oversight and accountability, it is a target-rich environment.
Still, the midterm focus, Democratic leaders say, is on affordability and plans to bring down cost.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Dozens of Democrats did not attend the State of the Union, and some went to protest events instead, including one with people in frog suits criticizing the swamp.
I think that what's going on is that people are dancing around with frogs and dancing around the facts because they don't like the facts. And the facts are that President Trump is creating a golden age.
White House National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett optimistic about growth and defending an agenda the president will take on the road again with a Texas visit planned on Friday. The nominee for Surgeon General defending herself and the health secretary's vision at a Senate confirmation hearing.
Nothing is more urgent than restoring wholeness for Americans, physically, mentally, and societally. We are now the most chronically ill, high-income nation in the world.
Casey Means is an author, Stanford medical grad, and wellness influencer.
Critics say she's unproven, not currently practicing medicine. They're also concerned about financial ties to the commercial wellness industry, as well as posts made on social media.
Fox's Mark Meredith. Means says it's time to re-examine the approach to health, but she denies being anti-vaccine. The Dow up 307 at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Plumbers, today will be a good day. You will be profitable. Your clients will be nice. No one will stand over you and tell you how to fix the thing they actually hired you to fix. You will also feel at peace after switching to Progressive, America's #1 commercial auto insurer. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 commercial auto insurer from the NAIC's 2024 National Premium Data.
Here we go now. It's all good. Hey, George, what are you doing in there? Oh, sorry. Come here, Pete.
Been there 20 minutes. Your sister needs to use the bathroom.
I'm trying to get into that. 2006 there was on this day that George Michael was found slumped over in a car in Hyde Park, London. Concerned persons spotted the singer and called the cops. After being checked by paramedics, he was arrested on suspicion of possessing drugs and then released on bail. George Michael made a public statement as of 2006 about the incident, said, "I was in possession of Class C drugs, which is an offense, and I have no complaints about the police who were professional throughout." He also said one of them was pretty hot. No, he didn't say that. He also said the event was my own stupid fault, as usual. And George, go about his way. Hold everything. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, our birthday list includes Tom Courtney. Tom Courtney was in, of course, Dr. Zhivago, also King Rat, Night of the Generals. Was that the one where they showed the red stripe on the pants, and that was the key?
It was Peter O'Toole.
The Generals had a secret murder club or something. What the hell? I forgot.
It was something.
It was a really good movie.
In Poland, and there was the Nazi generals in Poland.
And I remember the guy realized it was on because they saw legs walking by, and all because he was a red stripe, and that's what generals wore, was a red stripe on their pant leg.
Night of the Generals.
And that's what gave it. That's what gave some of the clue. I forgot what, but that was so. Anyway, Tom Courtney is 89. He got to work with that Julie Christie. Oh, mercy!
At that time.
Oh God, she was so beautiful. And played a little virgin who was taken. Oh God. Anyway, Tom Courtney's 89. Years old today, which is pretty good. So young. And now, speaking of young, holy crap, this is a true story. On this day in 1981, Robert, first name only, Robert, surrenders to the FBI after robbing a branch of a bank savings branch on 1230 Avenue of the Americas in Manhattan. Robert used a toy gun. He fled with $100. His lawyer argued he was really just fooling around and was influenced by TV crime shows. Robert is 4 feet 5 inches tall, and he was 9. and robbed a bank with a toy gun. And they gave him $100, and he surrendered to the FBI, charged with armed robbery and possession of a weapon in a family court hearing. His lawyer said he didn't understand the severity. He was looking at Adam 12 and the Rockford files. And actually, this case in 1981 led to discussions on juvenile crime, media influence, and the accountability of young people for what they do. 9-year-old bank robber. I mean, can you imagine the balls of this kid? How did he get to a bank with a toy gun and actually robbed a bank? Oh, here, okay, little boy. I mean, they played along. Well, they gave him the money, and then and then he turned himself in.
Why did they give him the money?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. I'm telling you, I read it. It's a history thing. Hey, by the way, we're going to do a lot more Donald Trump stuff. But first, we're going to do one thing, and then we're going to do this too. A breaking story, which is kind of fun.
Why are you telling me?
Because nobody knows this, because I just said it. Flounder, first of all, you know that theme I gave you, asked you to get for me? Have you got that here? All right, my friends, you'll pardon me. I'm going to have a little bit of a flashback here, which is kind of fun and sad at the same time. Flounder, if you will, please. Comes the theme.
Robert Young and Jane White. With Eleanor Donahue, Billy Gray, and Lauren Chapin in Father Knows Best.
Father Knows Best. Well, as it turns out, Lauren Chapin, whom he called Kitten, has passed away at the age of 80 after a battle with cancer. The TV show Father Knows Best, her son announced the news on social media. She had a battle with cancer for 5 years, finally passed away and ended her pain. Her acting, Lauren Chapin, Kitten on Father Knows Best, was in a movie called Star is Born with Judy Garland. You remember that movie in the 50s. Also, Lux Video Theater. And then she was cast as Kitten in Father Knows Best, 6 seasons, and then she was in General Electric Theater with Steve Allen and Jane Meadows. Don Quixote comedy musical.
They're really going on a deep dive here.
I know. Well, it's really, I mean, she was Kitten, and Father Knows Best, and again, Father Knows Best, and Leave It to Beaver, and Ozzie and Harriet. I mean, it was a whole thing that no family missed. Everybody watched those shows. And we're affected by it. Okay, more Donald Trump stuff coming up. First of all, breaking story here today, which I think is the best way to do this, and we got to keep it going too. A woman in Minnesota has filed a lawsuit against Don Lemon and other protesters who stormed into that church service back in January at the city's church. And this woman named Ann Doucette says her ability to worship was disrupted. So she has filed a lawsuit against Don Lemon and the others. She said they interfered with her right to freely exercise her religion in a private place of worship. Unspecified amount of damages she's seeking for a severe emotional distress, fear, anxiety, and trauma. Protesters acknowledged helping Don Lemon with logistics and support of the operation, thereby making it ridiculous that he pretended to be some kind of reporter. He's never been a reporter. He's a media commentator. That's not a reporter. That's not journalism. In fact, podcasts are not journalism. They're guys talking. I mean, it's not journalism. Any way you define it. It's not just people sitting around talking.
How do you define it these days?
That's communication.
How do you define journalism?
Well, it's going to have to be defined. Because everything's on podcasts these days. In fact, holy cow, what I learned from a podcast with Halle Berry.
Because I bet the same way you're talking about podcasts is the same way newspaper people talked about radio when it first came along. And radio talked about TV when it first came along.
But on the other hand, when you say, when you're talking and doing something, then you say, and now here's the news, where you're reporting on the facts of the day.
Well, the problem is the credentialed class has been lying to us for a few decades now.
Yeah, and obviously when it goes between advocacy and a bias in your opinion and your flavoring of the anyway, so there you go. Anyway, so Don Lemon's being sued, and along with some other people too. We don't know for how much, but that's a good sign. That's the way to do it. A couple of quick. Well, let's do some more Donald Trump. You want to do some more Donald Trump stuff? How come I can't hear anything? Oh, there we go. All right, hold on.
Quit playing with your knob.
I got my knob playing here. It's incredible. All right, let's do this. Flounder, let's play Donald Trump On sound number, cut number 8, Donald Trump welcoming in the hockey team last night at the State of the Union address, number 8, as Donald Trump brings in the boys here.
Here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on in.
Are those boos from the Democrats?
I think so.
Yeah. And by the way, they just sat on their hands. Anyway, Donald Trump and the crowd went by. And by the way, I mentioned yesterday, I made kind of a little joke about it, but it's a serious thing about Donald Trump acting like George Costanza and going one thing too far. Did you hear when he was talking to, I forgot whether it was at last night or whether it was earlier in the office, but Donald Trump was saluting that incredible goalie for the job he did.
Hellebuck.
Donald Trump saluted that goalie.
Hell of a goalie.
Yeah, exactly. And Donald Trump actually did this. Donald Trump said, things like, you're the best goalie in the world. We're going to give you a special thing. You're going to get the Congressional Medal of Freedom and so forth. And then Donald Trump said, here's the George Costanza part. Donald Trump said, and boy, that stick save you made on that edge, that goal, that was the most incredible stick save I ever saw. He should have stopped there. You know what he did next?
No, what?
He said, now tell me, was that on purpose or was that just luck? And I guess you really shouldn't answer that.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it's just he just went.
He's
did
being
another
Trump.
thing.
He's being Trump.
Both. It was both luck and
take
skill.
it easy. Take it easy.
Why? What do you mean by that?
I'm just saying it wasn't offensive, but it was like all of a sudden the guy, it's like he didn't want to say, well, no, it was just a lucky thing. It was just silly. I mean, it was one thing too much.
Oh God.
I'm just telling. He does that all the time. Well, it was just awkward. I mean, well, you don't admit that it was luck. I mean, it just, it was just stupid. That's all. Anyway, but again, it's not offensive. It was just. I'm telling you, it's George Costanza. Anyway, for the record, that's what I'm saying. And by the way, we mentioned this in passing a minute ago. I'll do this really quickly, Founder, because now we got a break coming up here. There's a woman named Mary Clark. Oh, there's a woman named Mary Clark. I'm not sure how she identifies for USA Today. And she says that the hockey team failed to meet the cultural moment of the day. She said, that Kash Patel was celebrating and drinking beer with the team. The same time a guy breached the perimeter of Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago property. Patel holding up a cell phone and calling the president. She said, as a Philadelphia Flyers fan who saw our greatest rival score, I had suffered many disappointing sports results since, but none have struck me with the goal over the years. To see the men's hockey team finally win gold in my lifetime was a dream come true. What happened since is nothing short of a disappointment. FBI Director Kash Patel, she's complaining about celebrating with Donald Trump. Well, have some fun, but we have medals for you guys, that Donald Trump said. And she's all ticked off about it, that they celebrated with Donald Trump after winning the gold medal.
How dare they take a call from the President of the United States?
This woman is a whiny, fat, 700-pound man-hater. I had the nerve.
Yeah.
USA Today.
She's mad because no man would ever touch her.
She never went to the prom, I guarantee you that.
I never went to a prom.
414.
I went to a Braves doubleheader with the Reds.
I went to a prom with Cindy Barrett.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Well, I thought I was her big brother, unfortunately. Yeah. I didn't even kiss her that night.
Okay, there's, 4 more days left in February?
Yeah, I have a chance.
You've exceeded your Cindy Barrett limit.
I know.
For February. The year 2026.
I wish I could forget it myself. How do you think I feel?
There's pills for that.
Carapine flounder. They go something on a truck.
It's time for the Bortz Report, exclusively on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
Okay, I'll be honest, I did not watch the State of the Union address last night. 108 minutes? Come on, that's punishment. Okay, I read some of it. I like the part where Trump asked everybody who believes that the government's responsibility is to American citizens before illegal aliens, and not one Democrat stood up. Wow, what a surprise that was. But being an egocentric narcissist as I am, I'd rather sit here and think about all the things I would say if I was delivering the State of the Union address. I would tell people, you don't have a Social Security trust fund. You don't have any money in a Social Security account. This Congress took it all. All you have are IOUs. How good do you think they are? Then I might say, everybody keeps calling this country a democracy. Do you know the Founding Fathers despised the idea of democracy? Do you know that word doesn't appear in our Constitution or the Declaration of Independence? The best definition of a democracy? A lynch mob. Wouldn't it be nice if our schools taught some real American history? Then maybe cap it off with this. Do you know that there is a tax plan before this Congress? It's been there for 20 years. And if it was passed, the IRS would be gone. You would never have to file another tax return, and you wouldn't pay 1 penny in taxes to the federal government until the basic needs of you and your family were met. Yes, that plan is before this Congress. They won't act on it. And why not? Because it would take so much power away from them. It's about them. It's not about you. And one final comment. The media you see sitting in this room, they're going to report on my speech. You might be interested in knowing that over 90% of them have been and will continue to vote Democrat. That'll give you an idea on how they're going to report on my speech. Good night, God bless America, and I'm going to Disneyland. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
All right, here we go. And I love to tell you about deals. And I love to tell you about family businesses because I trust them. I know them. Guys like Jeff, as lovely bride calls him, my goofy husband, a couple of decades ago and more that I first worked with these guys. Peach State Windows, the name of the company. Peach State Windows has a deal for you. You've been doing this for Georgia homeowners now. His company's been working here for 50 years. He knows the weather, the building codes, what looks good in Georgia homes, what you need in Georgia homes. And again, here's the deal. Getting up to, the spring blustery stuff and then hot summer weather, protecting your home with your windows. And right now, here's the deal. 8 premium Energy Star double hung replacement windows fully installed. $39.95. 8 windows for under $4,000 installed. By the way, the national, check it out, those big national firms, see what they could do with their, part-time stringers or something. How about this for a deal from Peach State Windows, 0% financing for 12 months. Here's a number, 770-485-8011. Proven, priced right, trusted, peachstatewindows.com.
There's never been a better time to fall in love with Subaru. Now through March 31st, get award-winning vehicles and exceptional offers from a brand you trust during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Gwinnett. Explore the full lineup of hybrid, electric, gas, and wilderness vehicles, including the 2026 Subaru Forester and the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback. Every Subaru is made with love and built to last, with dependability and value coming standard. Whether you're looking to match your adventurous spirit with the 2026 Subaru Outback or land on the reliability of the 2026 Subaru Forester, Subaru of Gwinnett has the perfect fit for your family. You'll love exploring in the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. And the 2026 Subaru Legacy is what happens when we put the best of Subaru into a sedan. Plus, every Subaru model comes equipped with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. There's a lot to discover and a lot to love at Subaru of Gwinnett. Come in for a test drive on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth or start shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Retirement should feel exciting, not stressful. But if you're close to retirement or already there, have you ever stopped to ask, do I really understand the risks to my plan? Hi, I'm David Nicholas, president of Nicholas Wealth Management. Things like market swings, higher taxes, inflation, healthcare costs, even living longer than expected can slowly chip away at your savings if you're not prepared. And even solid plans can have blind spots. That's why we offer a retirement risk analysis. It looks at how your investments, income, and taxes could hold up in real-life situations, not just on paper. It helps answer the big questions. What happens if the market drops? And will your money last as long as you do? If you're within 10 years of retirement or already retired, give us a call, 678-990-8500, or visit nicholaswealth.com to schedule a complimentary retirement risk analysis. Nicholas Wealth Management, helping you retire with clarity, confidence, and control.
Nicholas Wealth Management is an independent financial services firm. This is for informational purposes only and is not specific investment advice.
Here you go. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. It sounds like some other song. Just like the same. Dum, bum, bum, bum. What am I thinking of? Johnny Cash here. That's what it is. The Heartbreak by, who sang this? The Gatlin Brothers or somebody?
I have no idea.
I can't remember. Anyway, it's Johnny Cash's version. It was on this day in 1998. Johnny Cash's album Unchained won a Grammy for Best Country Album. However, as much as it was a critical success, the country music radio DJs barely played it in 1998. Johnny Cash and his producer Rick Rubin picked up on that fact when they realized it and bought a full-page advertisement in Billboard magazine. In 1998, came out the next month in March, and it featured a young Johnny Cash flipping the bird, showing his middle finger and saying, "Thanks a lot for supporting my album." Jeez. Okie dokie. Our birthday list include, I mentioned Father Knows Best a minute ago, and I'll do one more thing of old people like me, and then we'll be done with it. Birthdays include Karen Grassel, who was Carolyn Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie. Karen Grassel is 84, and Anna McCrae was Midge on the Donna Reed Show. Remember that? Anna McCrae is 95. Sorry, boys. Let's give them their due. When I'm going to say, the Kimmer was 92, what do you think? Oh, it'll be the day. And now this day in history. 1837. The first practical electric motor is patented, the first one by Thomas Davenport. It was the first American patent for an electric machine of any kind. He used silk from his wife's wedding dress for insulation for the wires. But his first machine was a good idea, but he was unable to make any money off it, and he died absolutely broke. The first electric motor in America, 1837, and he got nothing for it other than mentioning of his name. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 423, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We'll play some more Trumps here for you. And then we got a bunch of Epstein updates. I'm telling you, I mean, it's hysterical. There's going to be, and I don't even look for it. It just pops up. There's going to be something every day for a while yet because there are 3 million files.
Yep, and they wanted them.
And they're all, and again, I can't believe, if it did, I missed it. Last night when the Democrats brought victims of Jeffrey Epstein, which is totally inappropriate. I mean, victims who were raped and molested and taken advantage of, and you want to show them off here. Here, I brought them for you. And by the way, it was the Democrats who hid the evidence for 12 years of Democrat power in the last a few decades, and only Republicans revealed it. Anyway, so there you go. There. I will do a little Donald Trump here, and then we'll do Epstein stuff. Let's see. Oops, here we go. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, Flounder. I got my things here mixed up. Here we go. Two things quickly before that. I literally choked up when I replayed this morning. Donald Trump awarding the Medal of Honor. And again, please understand, I'm not being stupid here, but it seems like a nitpicky thing, but it is important to realize that nobody wins the Medal of Honor. You are awarded the Medal of Honor. And I know it sounds like a nitpick thing, and it's certainly reasonable. It's not illegal, and it's certainly reasonable because we always, they won the top prize. He won this, won that. It's what we say. It's the way we do our thing. But you'll notice that even the Academy Awards, they no longer say so-and-so won. They say the award goes to. Mm-hmm. And in the military, I promise you, there's not, well, I can't promise you this, but my belief is, there's not one single recipient of the Medal of Honor who would rather that it never happened. They would rather they never were awarded the Medal of Honor. They would rather that they never had to do what they had to do. I'm sure of it. So it isn't like they were competing to see who's going to win, the Medal of Honor and what you have to do to be awarded it. Anyway, so just for the record, please, I know it's hard, but if you catch yourself or someone else, politely correct and say, well, you don't win the Medal of Honor, you're awarded it. It's a military thing, and it means a thing. Okay, last night, Chief Warrant Officer Eric Slover and his wife Amy were there. She was so sweet and cute. They were putting hands over their heart, and we're talking about it. Standing ovations, USA, USA. Slover was a U.S. Army helicopter pilot wounded during the Nicolas Maduro raid. shot up in the leg, bullets come whipping through him. He was the lead, landing the chopper to get the troops in there, and were able to take out the hundreds of the bad guys. The success of the mission relied on him being able to stand the searing pain as he's getting shot up. In fact, he was on crutches, like he was on a walker last night, and they had to help him back to his freaking wheelchair. He was shot 3 times in the leg alone. He's going to probably, whether he's going to be recovered totally or not, I don't know. We'll see, hopefully. But again, he was awarded the Medal of Honor last night. And then also, and this was unbelievable. You saw these old timers there. A 100-year-old Korean War veteran fighter pilot, E. Royce Williams, Navy captain, shot down 4 Soviet MiGs in an operation that was classified in 1952 and hidden for 50 or 60 years. It was a dogfight of a lifetime. It was the longest dogfight they've ever known, 35 minutes. And if you can imagine what it's like up and down and whipping around in a jet plane, shooting and getting shot at for 35 minutes. Upside down, inside out, G's, forces. It's just incredible. He shot down, they were ambushed by 7 Soviet fighter planes in 1952, hidden from the American public for 50 years. His plane got 263 bullets in it. And his legend grew. He also hit targets in North Korea. Soviets scrambled all the jets. He said, the bullets were flying all over me. And I'm telling you, when he was awarded the Medal of Honor and put it around, it was Melania put that around his neck. Holy cow. Just what a time. What a time. Flounder, let's play cut number 6 here, Donald Trump, if you don't mind. Cut number 6. Donald Trump talking to the Democrats last night about how they ruined America, and it's about time now that we're going to fix it for him. Cut number 6.
Under Biden and his corrupt partners in Congress and beyond, it reached a breaking point with the Green New scam, open borders for everyone, and record-setting inflation that cost the typical family $34,000 in just a speck of time. Now the same people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly used the word affordability, a word they just used it. Somebody gave it to them, knowing full well that they caused and created the increased prices that all of our citizens had to endure. You caused that problem. You caused that problem.
Hey, also, let's play cut number 3 here, too, Flounder. In fact, you also had the chance to take a shot at the communist mayor of New York, who, by the way, is in the news for a couple things. They had the horrible snowball fight, which everybody think, it was just a snowball fight, against a police department who showed up to try to break up the business going on there. And some of those police officers were hit in the face with ice snowballs, and had to go to the hospital. They were attacked. And Mondami, the communist mayor of New York, wrote it down saying, it was just a snowball fight. We shouldn't be arresting people. Well, the police chief is now trying to arrest the people who were there's a lookout for the ones who were involved and responsible for it. And the mayor, again, once again showed how much he hates the police and people who believe in what America stands for. And last night, Donald Trump had a chance to not only talk about the fact when the mayor wanted people to show up to shovel snow, they had to have all kinds of ID. Cut number 3, Flounder, if you will, sir.
And even the new communist mayor of New York City, I think he's a nice guy, actually. Speak to him a lot. Bad policy, but nice guy. Just said they want people to shovel snow. They got hit hard. Wants them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a Social Security card. Yet they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting in America. No, it's no good.
Not only 2 pieces of ID, you have to have 2 little pictures and your Social Security card. Yeah. My God.
The irony. They don't even see it.
I saw the video of the mayor saying, and all you have to do is bring 2 forms of ID to your local fire department. I'm going, but you're admitting it right there in front of everybody.
Had to bring your own shovel?
God, it was unbelievable. All right, 4:30. Later, coming up, we'll ask how you like my meatloaf.
Pardon me?
Hello.
Euphemism?
4:30. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder here. It's a hump day. Look out. Here we go.
support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com.
Matt, where does confidence actually come from?
Well, Brooke, most people think it's about faking it or achieving more. But real confidence starts with something simpler, self-awareness.
So how do you know if you're self-aware? And more importantly, how do you increase it?
That's where our image process comes in at howpeopleseeyou.com.
Is that the same process made famous by casting director Sam Christensen from MASH?
Yeah, and today it's helping corporate professionals show up with clarity and authenticity because confidence starts when who you are matches how you're seen. Learn more at howpeopleseeyou.com and sign up for a free preview event. That's howpeopleseeyou.com.
Hey, it's Drake Baldwin. Everyone knows my winning team on the field, but when there's no hot water, I need a win at my home base. When it comes to plumbing, my winning team is Superior. Superior Plumbing is there whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or a water heater installed. For over 40 years, they've been Atlanta's go-to plumbers. And Superior is still locally owned. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422 Plum.
Hi, it's Los, here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
At the Honest Car Guy, the entire process is completely transparent. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee, and we even prove it by giving you a copy of the bill of sale. We can sell you any make, any year, any model, and at the Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or honestcarguy.com.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. The big question for many of our listeners as they approach retirement is, will I be okay in retirement? Sean, how do you help someone figure out if they've saved enough to be comfortable?
Great question. There's a lot of different aspects to this, but the biggest thing is looking at risk. Look, there's a lot of different risks to your money, like market risk. There's healthcare costs, inflation, and taxes. All those need to be accounted for. Many people worry if they've saved enough. Am I going to outlive my money? Strategies to help preserve your wealth can be more important than the dollar amount that you saved. Get an analysis of your situation to help you get that clarity that you need.
Tell us about the offer you have for listeners.
If you're worried about if you'll be okay for retirement, you probably don't have a plan. You might not even know what I mean when I'm talking about, do you have a retirement plan? Well, we have a great resource for you guys. We have what's called the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit, and you can get that by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped me put this thing together just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement. It has chapters from everything from investments to Social Security, income planning, and has other guides that go along with it as well, with some checklists in regards to all those different strategies and topics as well. So if you want to get that information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer. Get your Retire Happy Framework today. Like Sean said, just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Let me share Brian's story. He's in Alabama, and he wrote in, he said, Glenn, after taking Relief Factor for just 3 weeks, at least 90% of my pain is gone. My pain had started to limit me at work and at home, and I am amazed at the relief that I have gotten. Those are Brian's own words, and they speak volumes about what Relief Factor can do. And I've seen that kind of transformation in myself, and hearing Brian's experience reinforces why I take endorsing Relief Factor so seriously. Before I started taking Relief Factor myself, I was losing hope that I could ever have a normal life again. My hands were in so much pain. It's created by doctors, a 100% drug-free product using 4 key ingredients. It supports the body's natural inflammatory response. Hundreds of thousands of people have ordered Relief Factor, and like Brian and me, over 2/3 of these people go on to order more month after month. So don't wait. If you're dealing with pain, launch your 3-week quick start and see what Relief Factor can do for you. Call 800-4RELIEF or go to relieffactor.com. Don't wait anymore. Feel what it's like to be out of pain. 1-800-4-RELIEF.
Yeah, oh, here we go.
Welcome to the Kimmer Show halftime update. We pause now to honor all the stories Kimmer didn't get to.
Well, now, wait a
May
minute.
they rest in peace until
funny.
tomorrow's stack.
Oh, very funny. You worked all night on that, did you?
Of the 9. Rob did a great job on that. 9. Don't be a hater.
You had to pay that guy to do a special promo thing? Oh, my God.
We
got that kind of money? Oh, hey, how about a little
That's
something
his
for the
job.
Kimmer?
He's doing that. You know, in the morning show, they do their jingles.
Yeah.
And we do things like that.
Yeah, well,
Of the 9 stories you bugged us all with this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've done 4 of them.
Well, there you are. It's almost 50-50. That's not too shabby. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 4:36 on the clock, and our number is 404-741-1230. Flounder, tell you what, let's play cut number 7 here in a minute. In fact, I want to play it twice. I should have played it earlier because it's worth playing twice. It's the closing comments of Donald Trump last night, which I didn't see live, obviously, because it was an hour and a half. It was the longest speech ever in history, as I recall, in the State of the Union. And we'll play that, and then maybe at the end of the show, we'll wrap it up, too. So in just a moment, we'll play cut number 7 of his closing remarks. In the main, a couple things quick. Birthdays include. Years ago on Saturday Night Live, they used to do a bit which was really kind of weird. It was very sort of subtle, called Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy. Do you remember that at all?
Yeah, those are hilarious.
Yeah, well, here, in fact...
Sometimes I wonder.
Well, I've got some right here, and I thought this was pretty freaking funny. Hold on a second. I got it. Here we go. Jack Handy, it's his birthday. Jack Handy is 77. And what they do on Saturday Night Live, they would have the soft music, and now Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy. And he would come on and say things like this. It takes a big man to cry, but it takes an even bigger man to laugh at that man. Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy. Or, some people are like slinkies. They don't really have a purpose, but they still bring a smile to your face when you push them down the stairs.
Richard Widmark.
Stuff like that. If you think a weakness can be turned into a strength, I hate to tell you this, but that's just another weakness.
Here we go.
Deep Thoughts.
Oh, here we go.
By Jack Handy.
If you go flying back through time and you see somebody else flying forward into the future, it's probably best to avoid eye contact. You know what's probably a good thing to hang on your porch in the summertime to keep mosquitoes away from you and your guests? Just a big bag full of blood. We tend to scoff at the beliefs of the ancients, but we can't scoff at them personally, to their faces, and this is what annoys me. If aliens from outer space ever come and we show them our civilization and they make fun of it, we should say we were just kidding, that this isn't really our civilization, but a gag we hope they would like. Then we tell them to come back in 20 years to see our real civilization. After that, we start a crash program of coming up with an impressive new civilization. Either that or just shoot down the aliens as they're waving goodbye.
Jack Handy and his Deep Thoughts. Really weird. You had to kind of really be. My old cold morning guy, Eggs Cunningham, otherwise known as Mike Summers, that was his special thing. He's kind of a Jack. But yeah, it's a very, like Flounder enjoys that kind of stuff. And I
like Phil Hartman doing the intro.
Yeah, the intro is Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
And now,
by the way, what a shame. I mean, Phil Hartman was one of the great ones, TV guys of all time.
That's what happens when you pick the wrong woman.
God, he did a great Bill Clinton.
He did them all great.
Going to the McDonald's when he was jogging.
Yeah.
I just want to know.
A large fry there.
Yeah, just want to know.
Oh, man. All right, let's do
Don't tell Hillary.
No. Let's do this. Last night, again, I didn't see the speech live. I saw part of it, and then I went to bed, and I got up and watched it early. And this is very touching. It's longer than your normal soundbite kind of thing. Donald Trump, cut number 7 here, Flounder. Donald Trump, in wrapping up the remarks after what I thought was just a remarkable speech. I was near weeping a couple things that were so emotional when the crowd went went nuts, and the heroes were rewarded. The little girl, her face had to be rebuilt, trying to kiss her daddy. I mean, it was just so emotional and so wonderful. Here is Donald Trump with his closing remarks for what I thought was one of the most remarkable speeches I've ever heard. Flounder number 7.
Because when the world needs courage, daring, vision, and inspiration, it is still turning to America. And when God needs a nation to work his miracles, he knows exactly who to ask. There is no challenge Americans cannot overcome, no frontier too vast for us to conquer, no dream too bold for us to chase, no horizon too distant for us to claim. For our destiny is written by the hand of providence, and these first 250 years were just the beginning. From the rugged border towns of Texas to the heartland villages of Michigan, from the sun-kissed shores of Florida to the endless fields of the Dakotas, and from the historic streets of Philadelphia to right here in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., the golden age of America is upon us. The revolution that began in 1776 has not ended. It still continues because the flame of liberty and independence still burns in the heart of every American patriot. And our future will be bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
And, of course, the Democrats want him dead. If Donald Trump had been killed, if Donald Trump was killed tomorrow, they would publicly
dance in the streets.
Yeah, but they would absolutely celebrate
like Palestinians did after 9/11.
Yeah.
Dance in the streets.
That's right. And by the way, one quick thing here. I thought this was remarkable. The Daily Wire had a reporter named Brecca Stahl, and she went, I think that's a girl, she went to George Washington University. And this is 2 days ago, and asked the students at George Washington University to rate Donald Trump's speech on a scale of 1 to 10. Several gave low marks like a 1 or 2 or 3, called it inarticulate, all over the place, rambling without questioning it if it even occurred. The actual address came the next night, lasting more than 2 hours. The video drew laughs because they filled out their comments about the speech before he gave the speech. It hadn't happened yet. So, I mean, my God, man. And some of the reactions, their parents should ask for their money back. Imagine taking out loans for hundreds of thousands of dollars to make yourself dumber. These students are not only ignorant, but they're dishonest. They're giving the State of the Union bad ratings, and it was recorded the day before these comments. I mean, it's unbelievable. This is the state of modern higher education.
Well, you mentioned that earlier before the show, and I said, well, here's a good one. Fox had that Fresno State students just rejected getting free access to the New York Times.
New York Times, yeah.
Said no thanks.
Again, what a downfall. All the news is fit to print. Now it's all the news fit to slant.
The
it was
lady.
America's newspaper. It was the official standard newspaper. Everybody relied on it. Oh, let's check what the New York Times does. I mean, seriously, it was unbelievable what's happened to that place. And by the way, we just watched we're going to talk about Epstein stuff here in a minute. We just saw a couple of TV ads. The first one you pointed out to me as we're looking up, we have a big screen up here. That's the first I've seen of this. Apparently, Governor Kemp has officially endorsed Derek Dooley for Senate.
Yeah.
Which is,
good ad, good TV ad.
Yeah, and it was a big bright red. It got my attention.
Tell you, they're all over North Georgia. Dooley signs are all over North Georgia.
Yeah. Now, that's for the Senate race. Now, for the governor's race, we also just saw the ad I talked about yesterday from Rick Jackson, and it showed that little boy. First time you'd seen that one?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you get freaking shocked by that ad. You see a little boy in a gurney in a stretcher going into operating room where they're about to cut off his mark a chukalaka because he's going, oh, my God. I'm sorry, Flounders.
We have Matt on the horn. He wanted to comment on the State of the Union.
Matt, welcome aboard, sir. What'd you think?
Hey, I didn't get to watch it live like you, and I only got a couple bits and pieces. But the first thing I heard when I turned on the news this morning driving to work was how it didn't unify enough. And what I immediately thought of is put yourself in the president's shoes.
Yeah.
If the other side of the aisle has 70 empty seats, why the hell should you reach out?
Well, yeah, even though he tried, but again, he said, challenge yourselves. Let's do the right thing, and they couldn't do it. I mean, again, there's no way to unify those people. I honestly, I don't know how this country is ever going to be changed. I don't know what person could be elected president that everybody would, that those Democrats would agree on unless it's one of theirs. I think we're doomed. I don't know. What do you think?
No, he can't win. I mean, I follow a stock market ticker website, and they post these articles, just about the economy.
Yeah.
And the first article they posted this morning is 80% of Americans, according to poll, don't believe Trump when he said affordability is improving.
Yeah, I did.
And then the very next article they post is mortgage rates are the lowest since 2022.
Yeah, right. So, I know it.
These people are just bad.
They're evil. They're evil.
And
yeah.
I'll let you go. I always enjoy listening to you guys on the way home, and I appreciate what you guys do.
Thank you.
He's not George Costanza.
Thanks, man. I think we just lost you a little bit. Thank you. That was very kind. Anyway.
But you have to ask yourself, do you think Democrats will tone down at all once Trump is out of office?
No, they won't. They're going to try to take over. And in fact, I know we're running here on the clock. Remind me to talk about this later. Susan Rice, the other day, we missed this because it was over the weekend, I think. Susan Rice actually said, we're going after you. Susan Rice said, and then she said, well, we're not going to lay down like we Democrats always do and take it like every other time.
What?
Oh, my God, exact gaslighting. They're coming, so they have ever laid down. They shot him in the face. Anyway, Susan Rice is threatening Democrats are going to come after all those ICE agents and everybody else and arrest them for crimes when they take control. Kimmer, Pete, and Fodder, 447. Look out.
The Morning Extra, Neil Bortz, and The Kimmer Show are all online for you anytime at thepodcastpark.com. Plus all of Extra's exclusive podcasts like Ben Burnett, Janelle King, and so much more. All at thepodcastpark.com. Presented by Associated Credit Union.
The wait is over. The Atlanta Braves 2026 gate giveaways are here, and this season is loaded with must-have items. Fans can expect incredible giveaway series, including the legendary Alumni Collection, featuring some of your favorite Braves greats, and the crossover jersey collection, bringing Braves style to basketball, football, hockey, and soccer jerseys. And that's not all. The giveaways keep coming with some brand new favorites, like the Bobble Card series, part bobblehead, part baseball card, plus a Hawaiian shirt, a cowboy hat, and so much more. And we can't forget about the kids. Every Sunday home game features a Kids Gate giveaway with special items like sunglasses, just like the players wear, mini Michael Harris II and Drake Baldwin bobbleheads, and the crossover sports jerseys come in kids sizes too. Check out the full giveaway schedule and grab your tickets now at Braves.com/promos. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
Hello.
Hey, is this Mike Fitzgerald?
No, I think you have the wrong number. Wish I could help you.
Well, you could if you were Mike Fitzgerald.
Who is Mike Fitzgerald?
Mike Fitzgerald is the only realtor I'll talk to because he can sell my house fast for a great price and even in this market.
Yeah, I'm definitely not Mike Fitzgerald.
Oh, I figured that out. Because Mike Fitzgerald would have sold my house already.
Need to sell your home? You need Mike Fitzgerald from the Harry Norman Realtors team. Exclusive Georgia members of Forbes Global Properties. Learn more at MikeFitzgeraldRealty.com. That's where you'll find Mike Fitzgerald.
Shop the new 2026 Toyota Tacoma. Well, get the truck you want and get it with protection most dealerships will not and do not include. At Marietta Toyota, every new Toyota comes with our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, valid for unlimited time and unlimited mileage for as long as you own your Toyota. And you can buy with confidence. Marietta Toyota is a BBB A+ rated business, and we're rated 4.6 stars on Google with over 11,000 reviews. Right now, we've got Tacomas in stock and more arriving daily, so you can shop selection instead of settling, while the best setups are available. Special APR is available on the new 2026 Tacoma, 4.99% APR for 72 months for well-qualified buyers. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium, Marietta Toyota since 1975. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
4.99% APR for 72 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers will qualify. Offer ends 3/2/26. Lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for details.
The Morning Extra, starting your day the right way. Weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m.
And every one of those Democrats are going to get dragged across the finish line and given a gold medal for being in America. Because it feels like when you're an American, it feels like you get a gold medal every day being able to live in this great nation. You have been blessed by the God that created the universe.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station is Extra 106.3.
Here we go. It's a little country-style Bob Dylan for you here. 1998 at Radio City Music Hall. Bob Dylan won 3 Grammys, including Best Album for Time Out of Mind. Okay. Boy, I've never heard this. Never heard any of this music. Have you heard? Do you know this Dylan stuff? This album?
Yeah, I got this album. There's 2 hits off this album.
Not Dark Yet is the best one, but that one's too slow, so I wanted a little more upbeat.
Huh.
I don't know. It's done in New Orleans.
I'll be darned. During the performance of the song getting his Grammys in 98, Michael Portnoy was hired as a background dancer, ripped his shirt off, and jumped in amongst the band, revealing the words "soy bomb" painted on his chest. Also in the evening, during the award, Sean Colvin's acceptance speech, Old Dirty Bastard grabbed the microphone and made observations such as, Puffy's good, but Wu-Tang is the best, and Wu-Tang is for the children, and that's why they escorted him off stage right after that comment. So anyway, Bob Dylan won the Grammy. 3 Grammys, for crying out loud. And our birthday list includes, I have such a crush on this girl. I always have the first time I saw her. Rashida Jones. Jones, she's one of my favorite actors. I mean, she's funny, she's witty, she's clever. She's a great actress for, Parks and Rec and The Office, Jim's girlfriend. But she was also the lawyer in the Facebook story of, what's his name? I forgot the name of the stupid movie, the Facebook movie. And she played a lawyer, and she was just, just wonderful. She's beautiful and gorgeous and smart, and she's 50. Rashida Jones is the daughter of Quincy Jones and Peggy Lipton, who was the blonde from the original Mod Squad back 50.
I realized how intelligent she was. Craig Ferguson, the talk show host, he's Scottish.
Yeah.
Now he's American.
Yeah.
He took a bunch of people, celebrities, over to Edinburgh and Glasgow and his old hunting grounds. And they had a dinner one night, and it was just the 2 of them at one point, Rashida and Craig Ferguson. He's very intelligent.
Yeah.
And they had a conversation that was amazing.
You know why?
And you're like, oh, my God, she is smart.
You know why?
Why?
Rashida Jones went to Harvard and studied philosophy and religion.
Oh, she's very intelligent.
Yeah. Harvard girl. And gorgeous, 50 years old. And funny, I mean, just witty, quick, funny. I really can't say enough. I'm just a very impressive young lady. And on this day, it's 4:53. Oh, my God. 1919, here we go. The dreaded gas tax begins. Thank you, Oregon. We rely on gas taxes to improve our roads, they say. Nobody likes them. We didn't have to pay any for the invention of the car until 1919. This was the day, on 1919, Oregon signed up to be the first state to charge a 1 cent per gallon tax on gasoline. Today, that percentage is a lot more. And, of course, governors change it and sometimes just completely eliminate it for, like, the summer or for a month
Kemp
or whatever.
Kemp did it,
yeah. And when it gets ridiculous, and that saves, 15 cents a gallon, I think.
I paid $3.05 for high test last night.
Really? Wow. I paid $3.39 at Racetrack, but again, I paid last night. Last night I think it was something like $4.15 again, but it used to be $4.80 at that place. So even the high ones are down.
With all the food you buy at grocery stores, I know that you say there's not a Kroger around you, but I tell you what, Kroger, Ingles, those gas things, they add up. It's like 20 cents off.
Yeah, it makes sense. And that Racetrack, there's a Racetrack not far. I should just make sure I go there. I mean, I said, hell's $1 a gallon. But if I get 10 gallons, $10, that's serious.
Yeah.
Anyway, 454. Okay, what's the matter?
You're about to be on a fixed income and all that?
I am on a fixed income.
Oh, bingo card.
We got him. There we go. No, it's all good. Damn it. It's all good. A couple of more fallouts from the Jeffrey Epstein file. We're going to play more Donald Trump for you again later between now and 6 also. Don't worry, in case you missed the speech last night. It was really remarkable. And again, as soon as Donald Trump announced that we're releasing all 3 million files of the Epstein case, I jokingly said, and it's going to be true, every day for Lord knows how long, there are going to be admissions and results and ramifications from the files of Jeffrey Epstein. Even those brain-addled Nimrod tramp skanks on the 5. Oh, Whoopi Goldberg says, well, there was a party and somebody mentioned my name, so that's why I'm in the files. These freaking hysterical maniacs. You're the ones who wanted the files released, and you're in there, and shame on you, and you didn't do anything, and nobody else did. Most of them has nothing to do with it. But here's some more. Here's a few. They're like 3 quickies right here. The former Treasury Secretary and president of Harvard, Larry Summers, is resigning from teaching this year at Harvard. It's over. His longtime ties with the sex offender Jeffrey Epstein came to light. He asked Jeffrey Epstein, he made jokes about dating and women and how do you get women and stuff like that. I mean, it was just, it was guy talk. It was guy locker room talk and sex talk about chicks and how to make the right babes, make moves, stuff like that. It was what guys do. Mm-hmm. And because it was Jeffrey Epstein and he's a, scumbag, Mr. Summers, Larry Summers, is going to have to quit. No more teaching, no new advisees. He's resigning from his faculty appointments. Will stay on leave till the end of the year. And he apparently will take like an emeritus retired professor look of research and analysis or something or other. He was a Harvard president from 2001 to 2006 and was a former Treasury Secretary. And he's out. Also, number 2, Bill Gates has now admitted he has had 2 affairs with Russian women, apologizes to his staff over the Jeffrey Epstein ties. He said, I did nothing illicit. I saw nothing illicit. 70-year-old Bill Gates told staffers he had affairs with a Russian bridge player he met at a tournament. And apparently Epstein wanted to blackmail him about that, about his trying to raise, Epstein was trying to raise money for the thing involving this girl. I don't know. Anyway, it was a mess. So Bill Gates has said he had nothing to do with anybody illegal or anything else. He said he had 2 affairs with 2 different Russian women. That was what he claimed. Okay? That's what he says. Now, I think his wife might disagree, but we'll see. Number 3. Here we go. And this is a little half creepy. Well, actually, how long's Flounder's funny? We got 30 seconds here?
Sure.
Stephen Hawking. There's a picture of Stephen Hawking today of him at a pool in a lawn chair at the pool, surrounded by 2 hot babes in bikinis holding him beautiful fruity drinks. Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
And they say, no. This estate says, no, he's dead, of course. This estate says, no, those were his caregivers. And people said, when do caregivers wear bikinis at the pool with little fruity drinks?
Mai Tais. Zombies. Planner's Punch.
And in fact, there was a Kimmer Sitting secret microphone at the pool caught Mr. Hawking when he said, oh, baby, don't stop.
Please
stop.
It
was incredible because it proved that a man was just enjoying the company of women.
What's wrong with that?
Flounder's funny. You'll give the man a break.
I don't like people that don't snore. People that don't snore, y'all are the biggest jerks. Always judging us snores. Y'all, do y'all think we do that on purpose? You think that's what we decide to do? You think we just sit in the bed like, what can I do to make her kick me in my back every 15 minutes? I'll struggle to breathe all night to teach her a lesson. She'll learn if I fight for my life all night. She'll get her act together. I got like a deadly condition called sleep apnea, where you stop breathing in your sleep. Now, that's the only deadly condition that I've ever heard of where people want to kill you because of the symptoms. I'm going to say this, though. In my wife's defense, she does try to show, like, the right amount of sympathy. Because if she sees me sleep, she'll get scared and wake me up. I might wake up. You start breathing in your sleep. Go sleep in the other room, because I can't.
Yeah, she didn't want to be there. Anyway, coming up on 5 o'clock, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Holy crap, it's sports. We still have some tweets to do and more Donald Trump sound bites. And what do you hear when he released the social media thing today? Oh, mercy. Lunatics. Those Democrats, I'm telling you, have no soul. They have a blackness in their heart. Mm-hmm. They really do. Blackness. All right, 5 o'clock, look out.
Streaming across Georgia on the Extra 106.3 app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. Extra 106.3.
Democrats call it snake oil on Lisa Brady, Fox News, and they're predicting the American people won't buy what President Trump is selling after the State of the Union address.
Families don't need a 2-hour speech. They need relief at the checkout counter, especially a speech that hardly mentioned any solutions for the American people.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer as House Democrats hold a Virginia retreat on midterm strategy, hammering the president's policies and poll numbers. But Vice President J.D. Vance says Democrats don't offer solutions.
We inherited a mess. Our ask to the American people is let us continue to fix this mess, make your life better. That's what the president is prioritizing, and that's what we're going to keep doing.
Also telling Fox there's momentum from the president's economic agenda, even if there's an uphill push temporarily. Vance, who's also now leading a fraud crackdown in the U.S., says the administration is pausing some Medicaid funding to Minnesota because of fraud concerns. Surgeon General nominee and wellness influencer Casey Means is tested at a Senate confirmation hearing.
Louisiana Republican Senator Bill Cassidy asked if she believed vaccines cause autism. She said she supports vaccines and believes they save lives.
Until we have a clear understanding of why kids are developing this at higher rates, I think we should not leave any stones unturned.
There's been a lot of evidence showing that they're not implicated. Do you not accept that evidence?
I do accept that evidence. I also think that science has never settled.
She said HHS is currently studying cumulative effects of many environmental exposures that may contribute to autism and that she looks forward to seeing those results.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. A deadly shootout reported off the coast of Cuba. The Interior Ministry says the Cuban Coast Guard was approaching a Florida-registered speedboat to identify who was on it when someone on the boat opened fire, wounding the Cuban captain. The soldiers fired then, killing 4 people on the speedboat, wounding 6 others. No word on their nationalities. America is listening to Fox News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Plumbers, today will be a good day. You will be profitable. Your clients will be nice. No one will stand over you and tell you how to fix the thing they actually hired you to fix. You will also feel at peace after switching to Progressive, America's #1 commercial auto insurer. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 commercial auto insurer from the NAIC's 2024 National Premium Data.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of leg, ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. With Pete Davis and Flounder and you, 503 on 106.3, the Farm of Atlanta. A lot of things going on today, including the Trump speech. If you missed it, I saw a little bit last night, then I went to bed and got up early like I always do and played it this morning. I'll tell you, it was very emotional. I got weepy and emotional, and the Medal of Honor award ceremonies and all of it, and the Donald Trump calling them out. We're going to hear a couple more sound bites may not have heard, and so we'll do all that kind of stuff. We have Pete's Tweets, we have Holy Crap at Sports, we have no Flounder's Funny for you here, and a couple of weird stories in the news, too, and calling out some folks and people and everything else. First of all, before we get going, Flounder, how was a meatloaf? I made some meatloaf. Well, my little friend Gretchen's the one who Flounder didn't post the show last night. But anyway, but she was feeling poorly, so I made meatloaf.
It was posted.
And I put her, I'm saying when there's something wrong. And she always says, she said, Flounder didn't post this. And she said, don't tell him. I don't want to see anything. I said, I'm telling him. I'm going to tell him. I'm telling him. So, anyway, so she was filming. So I made a meatloaf and took some to her, and I had some. Now, how did you like
it was good. It didn't have, how you'll make it crispy kind of on that. I noticed, like you said, it was a little softer.
Yeah.
But it was still good. I mean, it was delicious.
I wonder if I put a little too much milk in it.
That could be
maybe. Because I do the breadcrumb. I don't know. Anyway,
more breadcrumbs, the better.
Yeah. It may have been because I used to pound 1 1/3 pound instead of a pound recipe thing. So I made it anyway. Well, I hope it was okay. It tasted all right.
Yes,
covered with gravy.
Delicious.
Everything tastes better with gravy. Anyway, so that's the scoop. Okay, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We're going to talk to. I'm going to do one more thing, and you guys will hate me for this because you hate when I do this. Every many months, I do this thing, and I was thinking about it again today. I have a little driving tip, and again, I'm doing this because it's now light out at this time of day, and again, it's rush hour. So if you're in rush hour, bumping up traffic on 285 or something, ignore me. This is not meant for you. But a driving tip, generally speaking, it's a motorcycle tip. When you take a motorcycle safety class, which I have taken, this is one of the greatest tips of all time. If you're now driving along where there's nobody right in front of you, where you're not in rush hour traffic, especially if you're driving in a neighborhood or driving to the store or whatever, and you're not in a whole bunch of traffic, do this. Instead of looking where you're going, look where you're going to be going. That's the phrase. That means instead of looking where you're looking right now, look as far ahead of you as you can see. Look at the horizon. I promise you, there are people right now going, oh my God. Because when you're driving your car, you're looking over the hood of your car, you're looking at the road and your stuff like that. But if you look up as far away as you can see, everything on the side opens up as far as you can see. And a motorcycle needs to know that kind of information because you have to be aware of what's coming, not where you're going to be going. In fact, one of the tests on a motorcycle test is to see whether you look first before you turn. Because if you don't, you're going to fail. I mean, you have to make a deliberate attempt. Anyway, again, instead of looking where you're going, look where you're going to be going. Look ahead as far as you can see, and I promise you, if you're not, in rush hour traffic, it makes a difference. And I forget to do it all the time. And I realize I catch myself because as a motorcycle rider, especially at my age, these things like that save your feet. It saved my life more than once. It saved me hitting somebody more than once. I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, what's the matter? You don't like this idea?
No, that's fine. It works.
Really? Anyway. All right, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 507. All right, I'm going to read this thing from Donald Trump today, and then we'll play another soundbite, and then we'll talk about this skank over at CNN, which I heard last night, and I couldn't believe it, and we need to make more of a point of it, and I don't know what the reaction is. We'll get to it in a second. First of all, Donald Trump. After the speech last night, here's what Donald Trump posted today. When you watch low IQ Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib as they screamed uncontrollably last night at the very elegant State of the Union, such an important and beautiful event, they had the bulging, bloodshot eyes of crazy people, lunatics, capital letters, mentally deranged and sick, who frankly look like they should be institutionalized. When people can behave like that and knowing that they are crooked and corrupt politicians, so bad for our country, we should send them back from where they came as fast as possible. They can only damage the United States of America. They can do nothing to help it. They should actually get on a boat with Trump-deranged Robert De Niro, another sick and demented person with, I believe, an extremely low IQ, who has absolutely no idea what he is doing or saying, some of which is seriously criminal. When I watched him break down in tears last night, much like a child would do, I realized that he may be even sicker than crazy Rosie O'Donnell, who is right now in Ireland trying to figure out how to come back into our beautiful United States. The only difference between De Niro and Rosie is that she is probably somewhat smarter than him, which isn't saying much. The good news is that America's now bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before, and it's driving them absolutely crazy. President Donald J. Trump. Wow. I mean, and that speech last night, just remarkable. In fact, I tell you what, Flounder, the point of the speech showed how those people and the Democrat Party really feel not only about their country, but how they feel about us. Cut number 2, Flounder. Here's pretty much the point of the speech last night, getting them to say and stand for what they really believe. Cut number 2, Donald Trump last night.
One of the great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans the chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe. So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
All the Democrats stayed seated.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, exactly. They have a darkness in their souls. I mean, how could you not stand up for America? These are the same people who didn't stand up for the 9-year-old black kid who wanted to be a Secret Service agent.
Yeah. They're evil.
Good Lord.
I don't consider them fellow Americans. I don't want to live in the same country as them.
And most of them wouldn't even stand up when the hockey team came in, America's Olympic heroes. I mean, how is that a political thing? Oh, that's right, because they talked to Donald Trump. I mean, it's amazing that you could leave that part of what what people used to think about their country because you hate Donald Trump so much. Those people have no reason to hate Donald Trump. They didn't know anything about Donald Trump.
And where do you compromise with people like that? Where's there a middle ground with people like that?
There is no middle. I don't know how we get out of this in America. I don't. I mean, I'm too old to know. I won't be fighting it because I don't have the power or the skills anymore. But again, I don't. In the next 10 years of my life, I can't imagine.
Girls like guys with skills.
Well, nunchuck skills, shooting skills.
You can draw a liger.
I can still take pictures with my phone. Anyway. Oh, one more quick thing before we go. We got Holy Crap of Sports coming up. And in case we'll get more Donald Trump stuff later, too. But in case you missed it, this is an incredible story, and I got to find the reaction to it on my phone. Here we go. Okay, I heard this last night. I think Jesse Kelly made reference to this last night. I couldn't freaking believe it. On CNN, a scoundrel, skank, hater named Soon Min Kim was talking. She's a CNN political analyst and Associated Press White House reporter. Soon Min Kim. She was talking about the remembrance ceremony for the families who had lost people, victims for the illegal criminals who came in under the Biden administration. The White House had called out CNN for failing to give live coverage to Donald Trump when everybody else covered it, but the CNN-type people wouldn't do it. During the ceremony, President Trump honored the families who have lost loved ones to crimes committed by illegal immigrants. Now, a CNN host spoke to a panel of experts about the upcoming State of the Union speech and their thoughts on the poll numbers of Donald Trump. Here is what this Soon Min Kim said. I think what we're actually getting a little preview of the kind of theme of his address later today at the White House when he hosts the so-called Angel Moms. The so-called Angel Moms? The so-called Angel Moms?
No agenda there.
Libs of TikTok refers to mothers who lost their children to criminal illegals as so-called angel moms, appearing to discredit the suffering they have endured. Absolutely disgusting. She needs to be fired. Why can't the leftist Democrats simply call them angel moms? They have to add a modifier as if their child wasn't murdered by a person who broke into our country illegally? And leftist media organizations prove every day how much they hate Americans. Again, they don't just hate America. They don't hate guns. They don't hate America. They hate us.
Yep.
They hate the people. The most disgraceful thing ever. She should apologize and then be fired. So-called Angel Mom. Has she ever lost a family member in a war? I don't think so. Shame on her. Those children are never coming back. And their murders were preventable if the Biden family people, the criminals, had upheld the immigration laws.
Right.
Every single one. God almighty. 514, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. Sports and five funnies. And we got stuff, tweets, and we got it all coming up here. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder on your Wednesday. Angel moms, you freaking...
The president has drawn a clear line. Law and order must come first, and surrendering to mob pressure just invites more chaos. As these complicated stories unfold, you need the most trusted local and national voices of Extra 106.3 to make sense of it all. And most importantly, how it affects your family and your community. Proud to be Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Well, it's time. Get those windows. Come on. It's unbelievable. Keep putting it off. And no. Here's the deal. And again, Jeff, Peach State Windows, a company. Jeff, his lovely bride, calls him my goofy husband. And again, I love family businesses because they have to work harder. They're running a business is tough these days. And those big national firms try to cut costs and everything. Well, it doesn't work because Peach State Windows will beat everybody. Here's the deal. 8 premium double-hung Energy Star replacement windows. And these are fully installed, ready to go for $39.95. 8 windows under $4,000. Here's the deal, too, to get it done. 0% financing for 12 months. You don't have to put it off anymore. The number, 770-485-8011. Family business, known Jeff for 25 years or something. You're not going to beat a deal like this. And again, this is what he does for a living, making the uglies go away. 770-485-8011. PeachStateWindows.com.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade your home's comfort, this is it. Central Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to announce the 29th annual Winter White Sale, and it's our lowest pricing of 2026. For a limited time, everything is on sale. Heating and cooling systems and complete home performance solutions with rebates and discounts up to $2,300. Are you dealing with hot or cold spots in your home? Energy bills that just keep climbing? Or unhealthy indoor air affecting your family's comfort? Central has the solution. As your trusted carrier partner, they install industry-leading carrier systems backed by strong warranties and peace of mind that comes with proven performance and efficiency. With 79 years experience, Central Heating and Air Conditioning knows how to design comfort solutions that work, not just today, but for years to come. This is your chance to save big during Central's 29th annual Winter White Sale, but it won't last long. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Attention, extra listeners. Tax season is here. Do you have a retirement tax strategy in place? Because tax planning for retirement is not just about reporting your taxes, it's about planning them. We work with you to create an efficient tax plan to take you through the next stage of life, the next 10 years, 20, 30, and beyond. We'll help keep the golden years golden. Our fiduciary team provides personalized guidance to keep your financial future secure. Don't wait. Plan now for peace of mind. Schedule your complimentary consultation today at masterplanretire.com. Masterplan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
The Morning Extra, starting your day the right way. Weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m.
We might actually be in the time period of everything we thought about these things, these structures in Egypt, is not what we thought.
Well, dude, think about what the crap we were taught about the Civil War, about World War II, about the founding of the country, all the crap that we were taught that was just not so from the time we were knee-high to nothing through graduation.
We weren't even sure how the dinosaurs died because we hadn't found the crater off the Yucatan Peninsula yet.
Yeah.
So don't tell me about, well, this is set in stone over here. I'm like, I don't know.
It's never set in stone.
It's open to discussion.
That's why COVID pissed off so many people. The science is settled. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Science is never settled. There's always going to be something discovered that resets everything we thought.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station is Extra 106.3.
That's the paper standing up on its own. I put a video on Facebook and YouTube of my custom saddle for Jack the Good Boy, and the holster from the guy who made one for Paladin. The handgun will travel, including the Colt 45, the gun that won the West, patented on this day 90 years ago by Samuel Colt. Holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
Braves hosting Pirates ace Paul Skeens this afternoon in Northport. Bryce Elder on the mound for Atlanta, and the Braves won 3-1.
Whoa, Skeens.
The Bucks jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the top of the first, but the Braves answered with 3 in the bottom of the third. Jerks and Profar doubled to drive in Drake Baldwin, who had tripled against Skeens.
Rookie of the year.
Then Austin Riley went deep to center field for a 2-run shot.
He hits one hard to deep center on the rise. Back to the track. Cruz spins, and that is off of the batter's eye. Austin Riley with a huge shot to the deepest part of the yard. A 2-run homer, his first of the spring, and the Braves had the lead here in the third inning. It's now 3-1 Atlanta.
I haven't seen him yet on TV. Is he looked in good shape and ready to go? I mean, I hope, because, man.
Got long hair, too. Ben Ingram on 680 the Fan app right there. They're looking good. They're like 3-1 so far.
Excellent.
Paul Skeens, not his best outing. 2 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. I hope he pitches better in the World Baseball Classic. Elder went 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, and 3 strikeouts. Tyler Kinley the win with 1 inning of work, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Javi Guerra the save, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Matt Olson challenged a Skeens curveball that was called a strike. The ABS showed it was outside by 1/10 of an inch, the length of an ant.
Wow, cool.
Good eye, as we like to say. Infielder Nacho Alvarez Jr. added to the Mexican team for the World Baseball Classic next month. Alvarez, the 6th Braves player in camp for spring training, slated to play in this year's WBC. Ronald Acuna Jr. for Venezuela. Non-roster invitee pitcher Guerra with Panama. And Profar, Chadwick Tromp, and Ozzie Albies playing for?
Venezuela.
No.
Costa Rica.
No.
Colombia.
The Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yeah, Curaçao is a Dutch something.
Curaçao, yeah.
The Braves saw their revenue climb 11% last year, up to $732.5 million.
Oh, yeah.
The battery itself surged 45% to $97 million. That's what the Braves are getting from just the battery.
Wow.
All right, that's more than the payrolls of the Marlins and the Guardians.
From just the battery,
the battery,
just the stuff that goes on in the battery, like all the hotels and the eatery places. Yep. Oh my Lord!
That's why everybody's starting to do it too. From the Mets,
that's right.
Tampa Bay is going to do it. Talk about that in a second. Chris Sale has been loyal to Mizuno for 17 years. To show their appreciation, the Japanese sporting goods company has given the Braves ace a custom samurai sword.
Whoa,
How cool is that? I've said all along that this automatic balls and strikes machine would finally out all the horrific umpires that Major League Baseball employs.
Yeah.
It was like every other home plate ump was a clone of Angel Hernandez or the late Eric Gregg for you old-timers.
Oh, Lord.
I still haven't forgiven.
Fat load.
Early results seem to back up my statements. In a spring training game between Pittsburgh and the Red Sox yesterday, 5 straight challenges showed the same umpire making the wrong call.
Yeah.
5 straight in just 4 innings.
In fact, that made the New York Post. That was a major story about the change in coming into baseball. But that was the example.
Baseball's been lying to us for years about how these guys are better than they are. They're not.
Yeah.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis agreed yesterday to give Hillsborough College a 22-acre plot of state land in Tampa to use for a new ballpark for the Rays. They may finally get one. It's next to the Yankees spring training facility, which is nice. I've been there. And across the highway from Raymond James Stadium where the Buccaneers play, which is also nice, but they're going to try and replace that too. I like that stadium. Brand spanking new Falcons general manager Ian Cunningham says his plan is to somehow turn their measly 5 picks into the upcoming NFL draft into more picks. Best way to do that? Trading good players.
Yeah. Oh, well, no. Well, all right.
The Falcons may be about to release receiver and special teamer Kaderil Hodge, clearing $2,400,000 in salary cap space. They're expected to let running back Tyler Algier walk in free agency, and it looks like Kalen too. So.
Well, they got to start over, I guess,
Well, they can't start over. They got too much talent to start over.
Well, I mean,
They need to get a damn quarterback is what they need to do.
Yeah.
Look at Mac Jones. The Jaguars and Commanders were the host teams for the NFL's 3 London games this season.
Oh, God. 3?
3. The Lions will play a home game in Munich, Germany, maybe against the Falcons. NFL games will also be played in Madrid, Paris, Mexico City, Rio de Janeiro, and Melbourne, Australia this season.
You got to be
kidding. I'm not kidding.
Players don't want to go flying all over the country to have a game on, all of a sudden the time change and everything.
No.
I mean, my God, this is stupid.
Welcome to Atlanta, Jonathan Kuminga.
Oh, yeah, Johnny. Yeah.
After riding the bench in Golden State, Kuminga finally got a chance to shine for the Hawks. In his Atlanta debut last night, Kuminga hit 3-pointers, shoved dunks through the net, and spent much of the night smiling in a 119-98 rout of the Wizards.
Yeah.
Kuminga finished with a season-high 27 points, said it was great, excited to be out there with the guys. Also had 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Kuminga wound up playing nearly 24.5 minutes, taking on a bigger-than-expected role because all-star forward Jalen Johnson went down in the first quarter with a hip flexor injury and did not return.
Oh, no.
It's just as the Hawks are getting going.
No, that's our new star.
Yeah, hopefully he's not that bad. The number 7 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Kuminga was dropped for the rotation by the Warriors and asked to be traded when his playing time dwindled. Steve Kerr, the idiot, didn't like playing him. The 23-year-old from the Democratic Republic of the Congo played in just 7 of his last 38 games out there in California. Onyeka Okongwu had 10 points and 10 rebounds in the win, and Trae Young got an emotional tribute in his return, but I don't have to tell you that because you were there.
Well, yeah, Quanisha, she was mauling me all. I almost didn't recognize the fact he was sitting on the bench the whole game.
Music streaming giant Spotify reports that pro-American songs are taking off in popularity since our U.S. hockey teams won the gold medals. Streams of Leonard Skinner increased more than 100% on Spotify in the U.S., spiking 140% rise on Sunday. Freebird.
Yeah.
By the way, Freebird. I don't have the Freebird water right in front of me from Blue Ridge. Beautiful Blue Ridge.
That's right.
America. By Geek Music saw a whopping. The flounder's holding up right now for the cameras
there it
to see.
is. Ladies and gentlemen,
showing up for the cameras there.
YouTube audience.
What Jay has in the box
That's
there.
Right. Oh,
that's
there
right.
it is.
It's great. It's great
there
water.
You are.
It's lovely water.
Cold and crisp.
Like I said, by Geek Music went up 350%. Lee Greenwood's "God Bless America," bad song, also got a nice bump, 85% increase. All right.
Yeah.
And of course, the good old Star Spangled Banner got some love too, an 80% increase on Spotify.
Well, if I ever hit the lottery, I'm going to hire a chorus and a choir and an orchestra, and I'm going to have them sing the Star Spangled Banner the way it ought to be sung, with the high notes going up at the end twice.
You're going to do that in your condo?
I'm going to hire an orchestra. I'm going to hire the El Raldo Theater right next door.
Why don't the Barbershop Quartet come in and do it?
Well, I'll have them both too. They'll sing it the right way. I guarantee it.
Guess who paid for the American men's hockey team's party in Miami?
Kid Rock.
Pat McAfee paid a $150,000 bill for champagne, tequila, and vodka.
Yeah, $150,000.
Who drinks vodka these days? When the Falcons have another bad season after bad season, most Falcons fans are upset.
Yeah.
They scream at the TV, at their kids, maybe yell at the neighbor, then start drinking heavily.
Well, there you are.
But when Italian teams suck year after year, fans act rather differently.
Yeah.
Torino FC supporters staged a protest to voice their displeasure with their team's performance this year with the help of a massive pile of manure.
Uh-oh.
Torino FC has won 7 Serie A championships, but most of those were when Mussolini was in power, and they haven't won a title in half a century. Unfortunately, they share the same city, Turin, as the New York Yankees of Italian soccer, Juventus.
Oh.
In other words, Torino FC are the New York Mets.
Yeah.
They've been relegated 6 times and are in danger of a 7th demotion. So fans are blaming Torino owner and president Urbano Cairo, not the Mr. Cairo, made famous in, of course, the film Maltese Falcon or the John Evangelis song.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Cairo's name appeared on a banner that was hung on a fence outside the training facility that read, "Blank like Cairo," with the excrement in question being a reference to the large pile of manure that was deposited on the ground to drive the point home.
Oh, my.
Imagine something like that happening in Flowery Branch.
Well, I don't think we want to have that.
I'd pay good money. FIFA is refusing to move the World Cup soccer games this summer from Mexico despite an explosion of drug cartel violence. FIFA President Gianni Infantino saying he has complete confidence in Mexico's ability to handle this. Infantino saying everything will turn out for the best. Nothing to see here. Keep moving.
Mexico now.
The FIFA prez also saying the Russia-Ukraine spat has been overblown, and he still has faith Canada will win the gold. Lincoln University track star Danita Jackson came home from work early Monday morning because she wasn't feeling well. She really wasn't feeling well when she entered her apartment only to hear someone talking talking to her female roommate in her roommate's room. It was her boyfriend, who Danita had just left in her bedroom a few hours before.
Oh.
She used a hair clip to pick the lock on the door. That's right out of Fallout. And discovered her boyfriend in bed with her roommate. Kevon Goldson was 23.
Oh, my.
He was, heavy emphasis on was, a sprinter on the men's team at Lincoln. Jackson allegedly leapt on the bed and grabbed the man and began to fight him. He kicked her in the stomach and she fell off the bed. She claims he got on top of her and started to choke her, so she grabbed a knife that conveniently was located under her roommate's bed that she happened to know about and stabbed him in the back and chest.
Oh, mercy.
Goldson later died at the Jefferson City, Missouri hospital during surgery. I shouldn't be laughing about it.
No, screw him. He was, he got caught.
Wait.
Sorry.
The 27-year-old Jackson charged with second-degree murder and armed criminal action.
Yeah.
Now, why just second-degree murder?
Because she didn't plan it.
Because both Kevon Goldson and her female roommate were fully dressed.
Oh, so they were just
talking on the bed.
Oh, my. Well, that's
killed him for it.
Still,
What do you mean still?
If I'd come home and,
oh, my God.
Killed the bastard.
1987 on this date, Commissioner Peter Ueberroth banned former Cy Young Award winner Lamar Hoyt from all baseball for the 1987 season. Multiple drug-related incidents during the past year. An arbitrator ordered the Padres to reinstate the right-hander after reducing the penalty to just 2 months. Hoyt was once caught trying to smuggle drugs over the Tijuana border in San Diego by tying them to his scrotum. Well, no one will notice this.
We've been through the border in Tijuana.
Oh.
By the way, you haven't lived until you've gone through the border in Tijuana.
And the stuff they're trying to sell you.
God.
Not only
as you get there.
The black velvet Elvis, but the porcelain toilet-shaped elephants and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And
here's a trinket before you leave our fine country.
Here's a tip for you. If you're coming across the border from Mexico to San Diego, do not talk about anything you've done or about to do or have on you.
Keep your mouth shut.
Because if you look up on the ceiling, there are long microphones and they're listening.
In fact, there's a story of taxi drivers are famous for getting people to go to the border, and right before they get there, they say, by the way, if you have any drugs in you really need to get rid of them here. I'll go ahead. And so he'll give the taxi drivers all their drugs.
You know what I smuggled across that border?
What?
A sword. It was a machete. And you know what was engraved on it?
What?
Lorena Bobbitt.
A typical Mexican tourist present.
And I hit it behind the back seat of a Volkswagen Beetle. And they didn't check.
I'll be damned. 5:31-ish, Kara Pete and Flounder. Happy hump day. And we're not done yet, my friends, here on 106.3. 404-741-1230 if you want to join us. And who doesn't? For
we also got a little breaking news when we come back.
Breaking news! When we come back, ladies and gentlemen. There you are.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the Extra 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
There's never been a better time to fall in love with Subaru. Now through March 31st, get award-winning vehicles and exceptional offers from a brand you trust during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Gwinnett. Explore the full lineup of hybrid, electric, gas, and wilderness vehicles, including the 2026 Subaru Forester and the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback. Every Subaru is made with love and built to last, with dependability and value coming standard. Whether you're looking to match your adventurous spirit with the 2026 Subaru Outback or land on the reliability of the 2026 Subaru Forester, Subaru of Gwinnett has the perfect fit for your family. You'll love exploring in the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. And the 2026 Subaru Legacy is what happens when we put the best of Subaru into a sedan. Plus, every Subaru model comes equipped with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. There's a lot to discover and a lot to love at Subaru of Gwinnett. Come in for a test drive on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth or start shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Hi, I'm Chris Lalamia, owner of the Trusted Toolbox. Are home repairs piling up? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Relax.
we've got you covered. From drywall dings and leaky faucets to deck repairs and trim replacement, we're your one-stop shop for everything for your home needs. No more juggling multiple contractors. Just call us at the Trusted Toolbox and we'll handle it. Your home deserves the best, and we don't want you breaking your back trying. Call the Trusted Toolbox today at 770-623-3097 or visit us at thetrustedtoolbox.com. The Trusted Toolbox, your one-stop shop for home repairs and more.
You've worked hard to build your investments, but are they positioned the right way from a tax perspective? Because it's not just what you make, it's what you keep. Hi, I'm David Nicholas, president of Nicholas Wealth Management. Many investors don't realize that their portfolios may be creating unnecessary tax exposure. Capital gains, required minimum distributions, inefficient account placement can quietly reduce your returns, especially as you approach retirement. At Nicholas Wealth Management, we help clients evaluate whether their investments are structured in a tax-efficient way, looking beyond performance to understand how taxes impact income today and your legacy tomorrow. Are your assets in the right accounts? Are there opportunities to reduce further tax liability? Is your strategy aligned with your long-term retirement goals? Call Nicholas Wealth Management today, 678-990-8500. Schedule a complimentary review. That's 678-990-8500 or visit nicholaswealth.com. Nicholas Wealth Management, helping you keep more of what you've worked so hard to build.
Nicholas Wealth Management is an independent financial services firm. This is for informational purposes only and is not specific investment advice.
I'm 8th generation watermelon farmer and NASCAR driver, Ross Chastain. And one thing's for sure, racing with professional drivers requires me to use my melon. So if you've had a drink after a long day at work or celebrated a little too much, always surrender those keys to a sober designated driver. Because you should never mix drinking with any kind of driving, and that's using your melon.
A message from the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
I used to love this song. In fact, I talked about this the other day about the summer of '84, and I was in Chicago, and I covered the Cubs at Wrigley Field every day for every home game, and they played this song as the introduction to the Cubs coming on the field. And in fact, I was walking in with Joe Baseball, Morning Show Joe, former Morning Show Joe, and told him the story about hitting a home run at Wrigley Field.
How'd that season end for you?
It was bad because we lost.
Where did it end?
It went to was that San Diego?
San Diego?
Yeah, yeah. That's where you were.
That's where I was.
Yeah, you were in San. I was in the losing. Freaking Leon Durham, stupid Gatorade glove. God, man,
right between
put the
legs.
glove down on the ground. God, jeez. Sorry. And he couldn't believe it. In fact, it was really incredible. I was telling him my story as I was walking in the building about how I hit a home run at Wrigley Field, wearing a suit, of course, batting practice. And the other guys here, our little sales team, going, "Oh my God, are you scared?" I say, "I hit a home run. You hit a home run at Wrigley Field." All of a sudden, the Kimmers got a little status. All of a sudden, anyway,
got a mojo.
I know. All right, I'm sorry. This is Jump, and it's Van Halen. 5 weeks at #1 on this day in 1984. Singer David Lee Roth wrote the lyrics after seeing a TV news report about a man threatening to commit suicide by jumping off a high building. Roth thought that one of the onlookers of such a scene would probably shout, "Go ahead and jump." Kind of like the Kimmer.
Yeah.
Should I tell the story?
You're going to purgatory for that one.
We have work at the radio station, and the story was that there was a guy, it was on an overpass threatening to jump, and it backed up traffic, and rush hour traffic in the afternoon, which backed up for miles because this guy was threatening to jump off an overpass. And I got on the radio, and I said, "Let me get this straight. You tell me this is overpass on 285 at exit so-and-so. It's 12 feet off the ground. Jump! Throw him off of it." Yeah, I said, "Jump! Throw somebody shit. Get the fire department out there and hose hose them off. You got to be careful. Somebody throw them off the building and throw them off the overpass. Well, the next day or that week, what was that little
Creative Loafing?
The Creative Loafing newspaper came out with a picture and an article, a meme thing, and it showed two guys talking on the radio, and one of them had our call letters to the radio station, and one of the guys, this is in the cartoon in the paper, and one of the guys was saying, I don't care, you miserable little bastard, go ahead and jump, see if I care. And the second guy was talking to somebody, said, oh, that's just a volunteer for the suicide hotline from the radio station. You're mocking me, making fun of the guy to just go ahead and get... Anyway, he would have broken a leg. I mean, come on, you got traffic here.
How about the time there was some guy holding up on the way to the airport, the downtown connector on a bridge?
Yeah.
And we later found out it was
our guy, yeah.
It was a guy they later hired.
I hired a guy
to work with us. A talk show host.
It's a long story. Anyway, 5:39, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, and we got something special coming up. First of all,
and two things. Did you have something breaking news?
Oh, yeah, breaking news.
Yes, I did. So J.D. Vance has announced that the Trump administration is suspending $250 million in federal Medicaid funds to Minnesota until the state agrees to root out fraud.
Right. And again, remember, yesterday we talked about what happened to the probe into Minnesota's billions. Yeah. Well, here's a part of it. I guarantee you, Kash Patel and those guys, this is like low-hanging fruit. There must be a very easy way to giving people immunity to get their bank records. And, I mean, the transactions are captured
Well, hurry up and do it.
Yeah, well,
before the Dems get back in power.
I know.
Oh, by the way, we didn't say he played that. Ron Santo passed away on this day several years ago.
Oh, was it Ron Santo? And again, his girlfriend and I and my girlfriend... Well, I know. His girlfriend and my girlfriend and I all had horses together at the same stable in Chicago when I was at the Governor Wrigley Field. And his girlfriend was just wonderful. She's just such a sweet girl. And Ron Santo, when I met him the first time, he couldn't have been more humble or nicer, just like any other guy. And he was as friendly to me as anybody. I mean, He's just a remarkable guy. And I mean, seriously, just a wonderful, wonderful guy. And he had diabetes, lost his legs, as I recall. And, I mean, just a horrible thing. And he's the guy who said, oh no, which is a very fan that Pete's used for years and years, and terrific guy. Anyway, sorry to hear that. A couple of quick other birthday things here. We got other stuff coming up here, and we'll try to get it all in. Pete Davis, Kurt Rambis. The goofy glasses-wearing L.A. Laker from the glory days of the 80s. Kurt Rambis is 68. The I think it's ESPN or one of the sports shows, James Brown, the big fat guy, a black guy. Good report. I mean, good commentator.
Does
I think,
CBS
CBS
football.
is so on football. James Brown is 75 today.
Really?
Yeah, that's
he doesn't
amazing.
look 75.
I know, that's amazing. And I assume it's the same James Brown. I mean, they put him on this. I got it off the web. And also Ric Flair. The Nature Boy, a wrestling legend. Ric Flair is 77 years old today. And a couple of things. Geez, we got to have time. But I wanted to mention this because this was a huge day in, among other things, in boxing. Joe Louis called this day in 1964 the biggest upset in the history of boxing as 22-year-old Cassius Clay shocks the world by dethroning world heavyweight champ Sonny Liston in a knockout in the 7th round. I thought Sonny Liston was a murderer. I thought he looked like he would kill you just soon as look at you. God, he was scary.
Well,
looking.
there was rumors.
I think he did kill a guy in a bar fight or something.
There's rumors he got killed.
Yeah, that's right. I did hear that. Liston had demolished Floyd Patterson twice in one round. He was an 8-1 favorite. Anyway, Clay predicted victory, said, this is where he said, 1964, I will float like a butterfly and sting like a bee, and he knocked him out. Technical knockout. Cassius Clay. Also, a couple quick, there's a long story here about that. Cassius Clay was given the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2005. Cassius died in 2016, failing health. Also, this was the day 1987. The NCAA suspends the entire Southern Methodist University football team for the whole year.
For doing what everybody does now.
Yeah. Most severe sanctions the NCAA against a major football program. Number of scholarships reduced, 2 seasons banned from home games. It was basically,
Never
and
did
it was for, their abysmal,
Never did it again.
Yeah, and ended it, as they should. Now, at 5:43-ish, Boys, Flounder, if you're ready, sir, a little something special.
Oh, 1 second here.
There we go.
Let me get ready here.
That
was your idea.
No.
We never really end the entertainment here.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just have to take an extra breath here because this could cause some pain. We're probably going to get offers for contracts and summer theater.
This was a good one.
This is an excellent one.
Because I got a little flack last week because there wasn't a punchline last week.
It was way different.
It was dramedy.
It was kind of like Jack Handy's Deep Thoughts. Well, here we go. Pete and Flounder.
Yum.
Humped a seashell. Sorry. And now, another edition of Not the Kimmers, Rainy Day, Really Bad Text Theater Playhouse, where we, by golly, endeavor to bring a teeny bit of sunshine into the otherwise miserable lives of you, the little people. Today's episode, number 7, calling number 7. A husband, feeling pretty proud of himself, comes home from shopping for his wife at Victoria's Secret lingerie store. It's their anniversary. He bursts through the front door and yells,
"Honey, I'm home, and I've got something for you."
The excited wife bustles into the room and replies,
"Oh, honey, what did you get me?"
The husband proudly hands her a red box with hearts on it, and she happily tears off the bow and ribbon and opens the box. She finds 12 pairs of black, sexy thongs. She holds them up and stares at them for a second before a confused look plays across her face.
"Dear, you got me all of the same color."
"Sure, you look great in black."
"But honey, people are going to think I don't change my thong."
A confused hubby looks at his wife and exclaims,
"What people?"
And scene. What do you mean the other people are the men?
Who's going to say it?
Hold on a minute. What are you doing at work? I've gone for lunch. Oh, God. I think we've all been there. When your wife finally spills the beans about all the guys at work or something. Oh, man. Well, by golly. Yes, just another edition of something special for you, the little people, from us at Farm Radio 106.3. There goes Bucker. Hey, man, how's it going? There, we got to get him in here one of these days.
We do.
You know, and Buck, honestly, guy, one of the great guys. He just seems, I don't really know him very well personally, but, we've talked together and stuff like that. He just seems like really a terrific guy.
I know.
Seriously, talented.
Great player. And the question I want to ask him, the man got to the pinnacle of college sport. He won a national championship.
Quarterback at Georgia.
Did he think he was a better football player or baseball player? Because he played.
He could have played, yeah.
He played minor league ball.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the Expos organization, I'm trying to think. But I would always wanted to ask him, did you think you were a better football player or baseball player?
Well, good guy. Well, wow. As a quarterback that good, I'll guarantee he was I'll bet he was a great golfer, too, if he wanted to be. Anyway,
might be.
Buck Blue, we're trying to come in here one day. I write down 546. Kim, Pete, and Flounder, and we're not done yet. Let's see. You want to do tweets? Let's do tweets.
Let's do tweets.
Let's do tweets. Tweets, Flounder, coming up. Here we go.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Boortz, and stay connected at the office. That's xtra1063.com.
Hi, it's Los, here with Tom Mitchell, the Honest Car Guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
You know, Los, we found a better way for customers to buy a car. An honest way, a very transparent way. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee.
How do you prove that?
We even prove it to you by giving you a copy of the bill of sale at the end of the deal.
How much can people save when they buy their next vehicle with the Honest Car Guy?
I've saved people upwards of $20,000 and $30,000. I mean, it really depends on the year, the make, the model of the car, and the price of the car. You know, on a $15,000 car, I can't save you $20,000. We can probably save you $2,000 or $3,000. But it's through the course of the whole sale. The big one here that people don't realize, the financing. You go into the dealership, they tell you your rate's 9%. Well, really, it's probably 7% because they're allowed to make 2 points on there. The Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, try the Honest Car Guy. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or honestcarguy.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. The Georgia Swarm are on a hot streak. 5 straight wins. Come out and see the world-class professional lacrosse on Native Heritage Night. Saturday, February 28th at Gas South Arena, presented by Harrah's Cherokee Casino and EBCI. Experience the culture, the tradition, and the pride behind the sport that started it all. Right here with your Georgia Swarm, the South's home to professional lacrosse. Get your tickets today for Saturday's game, February 28th, 7:30 p.m., GeorgiaSwarm.com.
Well, we're looking at the video of the snowball fight in New York. This was not a snowball fight. This was an attack on police.
Yep.
And who could possibly imagine that would be a good idea? I mean, seriously.
It's assault.
Exactly. It's attacks on police. It's like all of a sudden women now are getting in their car to use their car as battering rams to stop federal officers from arresting rapists? My God.
They do it once.
Yeah. Jeez. Anyway.
And a half-assed job at that.
Gosh. Bob Seger here now. 1981. Grammy Awards include Bob Seger won the Best Rock Performance for Against the Wind. Rock performance, okay. More like a folk song to me, anyway. Pat Benatar won Best Female for Crimes of Passion. Christopher Cross won Best New Artist and Best Song for Sailing. I hated that stupid song.
I love that song. It's a great song.
Sorry, like I say, one of my favorite songs. Best Rock Vocal Performance, male, went to Billy Joel for Glass Houses.
Yeah, good album.
All right, sure, it's a good album. Let's see, a couple of birthdays.
Name a song on Glass Houses.
Freddie, Get Your Tongue Out of My Mouth, I'm Kissing You Goodbye.
That's
I think
it.
that was one of my, Kiss Me Buck Teeth, My Tonsils
Top
Itch.
10 hit
one of
right
my,
there.
It was a do-over by Sonny and Cher later in
Big Billy Joel
1981.
fan you are.
Let's see. Our birthday list includes Anson Mount. Anson Mount is 53.
Good actor.
Star Trek shows, Hell on Wheels.
Hell on Wheels, one of the best
Very
shows.
good. That was a great series. Anson Mount, 53. Diane Baker.
He's Black Bolt, too, in the, Marvel Universe.
Diane Baker is a famous actress from years ago, 88 years old. She was in Marnie, Journey to the Center of the Earth, Murder at 1600, Silence of the Lambs. She played the senator, Silence of the Lambs, with a daughter that she wanted to find and everything. Diane Baker is 88 years old today. And, I forget that. Well, actually, this is kind of a cute little, just a very quick second history thing here. My stupid phone's not working. Here we go. It was on this day in 1970, Ernie by Jim Henson debuts his bathtub song Rubber Ducky on TV Sesame Street. Rubber Ducky would reach number 16 on the charts.
You're the one for me.
By Ernie. The
Hey, Bert.
possibly
Ernie. Hey, Bert, want to come over to my
Hey,
bed
Bert.
tonight? No, Ernie.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay.
5:52, I know. Flounder, listen, we didn't play the Donald Trump thing about the insider trading in Congress. Cut number 5 here. Donald Trump talked about people like Nancy Botoxy, Grandma Vodka, as they call her at late night, and also the morning shows call her that, too. Donald Trump, cut number 5 on the scoundrels in Congress making money off everybody here. Number 5. Donald Trump.
Let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information.
They're all doing it. Everyone clapping's doing it.
Yeah.
They stood up for that. I can't believe it.
See? The Democrats.
I can't believe it. Did Nancy Pelosi stand up if she's
Yeah.
Doubt it.
Doubt it.
Pass the Stop Insider Trading Act without delay.
Yeah, well, let's play cut number 10, Flounder. Nancy Pelosi actually was asked about it on CNN, I believe, later, after Donald Trump looked her right in the eye and said, of course, she and her husband made, what, $180 million, $200 million or something like that. Here's her response to Donald Trump's comments. Cut number 10, Flounder, if you will.
There was one moment, Madam Speaker, where he called you out specifically around, of course, congressional stock trading. What do you say back to him?
I say back to him, as that's what members said, look at your own self. The inference he wants to draw is there was something wrong with that, which there wasn't. And if there was, people get prosecuted for it.
Not you.
Yeah.
Not you people.
She was drunk.
She's not drunk.
I mean, what a disgrace, man. What a snake.
You know damn well most of them are doing insider info.
Absolutely.
There's no way anybody could be that lucky.
And you can't prove it because her husband made the money.
Yeah.
So she said, by the way, honey, don't tell anybody, but guess what's coming up? And I mean, it's so obvious.
They won't pass any laws because it hurts them. The political class.
Really just scuzzy. I have a cute little story here, which I think says something important about our common culture when you get in certain parts of the country. An unruly customer started acting out at a staff at a certain restaurant at a certain place, and he berated the staff and got yelled at, and he said, "Get out of here, go." And he came back and started attacking the employee. Unfortunately, the employee he attacked worked at the Whataburger in Texas. In Paris, Texas. And the guy, 41-year-old guy, was ordered out of the restaurant, stormed off, came back, said, "I'm going to get you later," after the cops cleared out. And he came back and charged in with a violent attack. So the manager grabs a trash can and starts beating the living crap out of him. And then one of the other workers hits him on the head with a wire fry basket. And the whole team, the whole Whataburger staff is lurching on this guy. You don't do that in Texas at a Whataburger. I mean, it's anyway. So, and the guy got arrested for assault and all kinds of things and steal. I mean, just and then he got to jail and he started flooding the jail cells where they plug up things with coats or whatever in the toilets. I mean, God. Anyway, the guys at the Whataburgers gave him a what for. And this tells you what's going on, why the country's divided and maybe forever. I don't know what's going on. A former editor at Vogue named Gabriella hyphenated something, 34 years old, was very proud to put this on social media. She lives in Brooklyn. She said, "I was taking an airline flight and going to on a flight, first-class flight to Milan, and she said, I just downgraded myself from first class to business class on my flight to Milan in a cabin of 6. 5 of the passengers were white, middle-aged men. And me, a 30-something black woman who travels in that cabin often, and a male flight attendant who thought I'd be okay with substandard service and persistent microaggression from the moment I sat down because of these white men. I don't suffer fools. I would sacrifice physical comfort to protect my emotional and mental well-being."
What an idiot.
Oh, my God. She downgraded herself from first class overseas because there were 5 white men in the cabin.
Well, good. That's stupid.
And guess what? All of her friends on social media said, "Good for you. Good for you. I'm sorry you had to do that. You deserve to be anywhere you ought to be. They belong in economy. Those white men will be back in economy. It's a bummer that humiliation's part of gratification for racists like them." Oh, my God.
What is she, Irish? How can you, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Who's that stupid?
I know,
and racist.
That's our country, and they're all agreeing with her.
Imagine if that was a white guy who got on there and said, "Oh, there's
so many blacks.
5 black women here. I don't want to be
Jamaica?
here."
What is this? Yeah, Nairobi, Atlanta.
Oh, by the way, you got 10 more minutes. Sister station 680 The Fan holding their 25th annual Strikeout Leukemia and Lymphoma Radiothon today to get out Blood Cancer United. If you'd like to contribute, just go to 680thefan.com/radiothon or call 770-450-4150. You got a few more minutes.
Excellent. 680, good show. Flounder, one more. Flounder's funny. Just enough time to get her going.
No more for me. I'm dealing with the board cashier. I wanted to ask me if I have any coupons, which I don't. Because I'm not a housewife from 1978. Who's got time to sit and clip coupons all day? Maybe you should pick up a part-time job and save yourself the 17 cents and the 6 containers of yogurt and a large can of mushroom soup. Speaking of yogurt, what the hell is going on in the dairy section? Have you been back there? It's like a museum of yogurt. How many flavors of yogurt do you bitches need? You can't even reach for a quarter 2% without bumping some honey, mango, key lime, apricot, kiwi, pineapple flavor of Yoplait. It's taking over the whole dairy section. It's like a wall of yogurt. Butter and margarine are in the corner going, we used to run the dairy section. Now you got all these foreigners moving in with their bacteria.
Foreigners' bacteria.
A little illegal yogurt immigration. Out of nowhere, Greek yogurt. All of a sudden, Greek yogurt. Didn't Greece go broke? What are you trying to get out of the hole selling yogurt? Huh? What's in Greek yogurt? Ouzo and milk and a didactic lecture on the perils of an unintellectualized democracy? Finally, a yogurt with Aristotelian idea. Hey, I got an idea, Greece. Why don't you get your unemployment rate below 87% before you worry about the amount of probiotics in my lower GI? Here's an idea, Greece. Why don't you get your together before you worry about getting my together?
Who's that, Flounder?
Jimmy Schubert.
There you go. All right, boys. Tomorrow we do it all over again. God bless America. Christine, send me home, baby. I got to go. You're killing me. Wow, look out, Herb. Stand by.
This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta on Dickey